Oh my god, you're right! He came to hang out with us at this science fair! Vampires! Let's go eat cotton candy and look at the exhibits! You motherfucker! Is Birdman here with you? I wish to speak to him. Where's Robin? What a thing to show up to. Welcome! Welcome to my stream! We're talking about Castform and his phantom titties. Anyway, wow, like grade A underboob too. I should just be I should drop cast off and just be a full-time not safe for work artist. Hi Jay! Welcome to Polka Titties O'Clock. Fan titties. Phantom titties. Do you think they weigh anything or are they like fully weightless? Yeah, it was fun.
What this is saying then is...
Sarah's correction. Listen, yes. I'm shy and also it was super fucking crowded. Now, it being super fucking crowded did not stop me from taking a picture of the really hot Godot cosplayer who was there. Did I say hot? I meant cute. I mean, fuck, shit. Anyway. Shit. He's like a whooper. Whoa! Whoa! He's got a big old mouth and a tongue. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna draw a normal mouth on him now, as God intended, before I make it worse. God, I am like actually crying right now. I am crying right now. There are tears in my eyes. Oh my god. Ah, yes, look at these motherfuckers. Oh yes, hello sir. Would you like a delicious hors d'oeuvre? Take that munchie. Ah yes. Must have been high in umami flavor. Exquisite. Yes, hello, you sir, fine patron of the arts, and the finer things in life. Would you care for the taste of one of my bombs? Very delicious. They're absolutely dynamite, I do say so myself. Haha, see? It was a joke about the fact that you exploded and died. Yes. Yes. Anyway. This is the room I just came in. Okay, this is not the room I just came in. I'm hereby challenging any and all anime producers to make an anime where the sad line right before the character's death is he's like lying there bleeding out and he's being held by his best friend who's crying over his soon-to-be corpse, and the dying friend just looks up and is like, you know, maybe I was a silly little goose after all. And he just fucking dies. Gun Dude was a dude. I actually mentioned him in the How to Webcomic book, believe it or not. He was a dude who very much hated Ariana when the comic was in its very early days. And he left a comment, like several comments, explaining why I should totally be able to have guns in my fantasy world. Like, well, listen, if they have radio, then they should totally have guns. And here's all the reasons why I think they should have guns. We're like gonna extrapolate the world building to justify having guns. And then I'm going to write like a long and cringy like role play where I go into your comic with the guns that I just convinced that should totally exist in your comic, and I'm gonna tell you how I would kill Ariana. So he's doing ooh woo voice is if I also do a little bit of Joyzy in there. Hello? Ooh woo? I am Twum walking here. Ooh woo? I'm a cute little anime cat girl, ooh woo. You want to ban me from my own stream? Okay, fine. Do it then. Do it! Do it, you punks! Hi, Gumshoe! All right, no, that's British. I need Jersey. I'm walking here. All right, fucking hell, how do I do a Jersey accent? How do I do a fucking Jersey accent? All right, I'm fucking keep being British. Gumshoe is not smart enough to sound British. No, we can't. We can't. All right, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe. See? Gumshoe. What an odd name. I'm trying, Boston! Sharp-tooth Rory is so cursed. And keep it. She's a shark! Cast off theory? Rory confirmed for shark? Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Confirmed for shark? Oh my god! Snack. Wait, no, don't eat snack. Oh, it's full of spiders! It's full of spiders! Why is it full of spiders? No, I need to destroy you or else the spiders, you will continue to summon more spiders, and that is the opposite of what I want. I wish to, eradicate the spiders, please and thank you. Okie dokie. Bonjour, gamers! Hi guys! Welcome to stream! Welcome to Friday's stream! Hi! It is Friday's stream! Welcome. Welcome to Friday Art Stream, everybody. I hope you all are having a nice day. I'm having a nice day. I do have a slight headache because ibuprofen can't help protect me from the weather. And I've been getting pressure change headaches because the weather here has been a little wackadoodle over the last couple of days, but it's not as bad as it was on Wednesday. So I didn't want to cancel the stream, especially because I want to finish this print. God damn it. I wanted to finish this print. So yeah. It's a little wacky. Yeah, weather's been a little bit wackadoodle. A little bit wackadaisical. Because Texas has been in, like, an extremely, at least my part of Texas, an extremely severe drought for the last, like, 3 months. We've barely had an inch of rain since June. And then we've gotten, like, maybe an inch or two in the last couple of days. It was very nice. I was packing online shop orders this morning in, like, the pouring rain, and it was very nice. Now there's, like, barely a cloud in the sky, but it's supposed to rain again some more tomorrow, and I'm just like, yes, yes, water my lawn, yes! But yes. So today we are coloring this print. I inked it on a past stream a couple weeks ago, but I need to get it done because I've got Rose City Comic Con happening next weekend. And this is the last print I'm going to try and finish before that con. So we are coloring today. We're going to start with Junpei and work our way around. Do simply be vibing. Pick displayed color. All right. Yeah, so I'm just going to go in and lay in flats. Flats first. If this is your first time seeing my my coloring process, fair warning, it's gonna look pretty shitty for a little bit. The whole point of this process is it's gonna look bad before it starts to look better. So, we have to just get through flats first. The cringe phase of art, if you will. The part that doth look the cringe. And then eventually it will evolve into a beautiful, fully colored butterfly that has colors that make sense. But it's gonna take a few minutes, so. Who's being defensive? I'm not being defensive. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yeah, basically I just like to get all my flats down first, and then I go back and tweak the colors later. Also, this boy, you see this boy right here, this Junpei, he's got no drip. So, I mean, I can't do anything about that. There is nothing that can be done about that. And they aren't wearing their watches in this picture. God damn it. 1 second. I should have pulled up some individual character references, but I didn't. Because I was being silly about it. Yeah, so it's been mostly a chill week. Cursed with driplessness. God, right? This man has no fashion sense. He's got a hoodie. He's got... He's dressed like he has 3 lesbian moms and they all have conflicting fashion senses. He's got the plaid shirt underneath a hoodie, underneath a freaking Back to the Future-esque puffy vest. Like, my boy, what are you wearing? I look at him and I say, what are those? Those referring to his entire clothing outfit. 1 second. Okay, cool. Oh, nope, that's a GIF. I don't need the GIF. I just need a static image, please and thank you. Thank you kindly. This is snakes, technically, but I don't care. I just need the color palette. It's mostly red, except for the parts where it isn't. Great job, me. Thank you for this wonderful, wonderful and concise description. It's red except for all the parts where it isn't. I am a professional artist, goddammit. God damn it. And then it's got like a lighter gray for these buttons and then the rim. And then it's like basically black in the center. There we go. Cool. And then I gotta get the 5 in there. Oh, nope. Shift 5 is %. Okay, so we need like a digital clock font almost. Some kind of pixel font. Let's see what I got in here. Go ahead and make it bigger so it's easier for me to see. If nothing else, I can just draw this by hand, but we'll see. We'll see if I can find anything. Come on, come on. Give me a 5. Give me a funky pixel font. It's a D&D font. That's different. That's different. Okay. The Idolmaster font, that's also different, not exactly what I need. If I have to, I will just draw it. You know what? Fuck it, I have an idea. Yahaha! We are going, go crazy, go stupid, gang. Let's go. We're just gonna do this. We're gonna get this 5. Fuck everything else on that layer. This isn't cheating. It's drawing with style. Ha 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 ha. Professional. How professionals do shit. Hang on, I'm not looking at chat super close right now. Give me just a moment. Let me finish performing crimes real quick, and then I'll put the chat back on. I need it to be like this light blue-ish color. A little lighter than that. See? Professional work right there. All right. Alrighty, all right. Art crimes, yes indeed. Yes indeedy doodles. So now what we can do is we've got all the base colors in here for our guy. What we're gonna do is we're gonna select all the areas, all the negative space. We're gonna invert the selection. We're gonna turn off the inks and oh no, you guys, oh no, there's all this empty blank space behind the line art. I sure wish there was a quick and easy way to just fill in all the blank spots behind the line art so I didn't have to go through and fill them all manually and it'd take a million years. Anyway, so this looks like trash, but we're gonna fix it. Don't even worry about it. Firstly, I hate this hair color on my boy. We're gonna make it more saturated because he deserves it. We're gonna put some life in this poor boy's hair. What tool is that? It's the correct line width tool being used completely incorrectly. If you would like a guide on it, I do have a tutorial on how I do coloring, and that is covered in it. So, I'm going to do the plaid before I go changing the color of his shirt here, because I want to get the plaids down first. Here's a fun way to do plaid. So just make a new layer, you drop the opacity. Then you make another new layer, and you draw on some funky little stripes. And you drop the opacity. And now this boy's wearing plaid. Yee, and I cannot stress this enough, ha. Is this commentary riveting enough for you guys? Is this riveting enough for you guys? Riveting content? I hope so. I'm doing my very best to provide an entertaining experience for all y'all who have blessed me with your presence. Yeah, I'm in the middle of one of those phases where I haven't left my house in a couple days, so I'm just having some weird brain stuff happening. Yeah, what have I been up to for the past couple days? I've been working on adjustments to my display for Rose City Comic Con, and those are very, very close to being done. I'm very excited about it. So I'll be able to, like, post picture. I might keep my display a secret until the con, not because, like, it's a secret or anything, but just because, you know, it's like, it's a surprise, and I want you guys to be able to see it in action. But also, I posted a picture for my mods, because the mods are the only ones who are allowed to know what the inside of my house looks like. And I just have it set up in my kitchen right now. It's just back there looming, being scary. And it looks really good, and I'm really excited about it. Because, yeah, I have been working really hard to make sure that I can make some good sales at Rose City Comic Con next weekend. So hopefully all my prep is not for naught. I feel like the con has a lot of potential to be, like, a really good show this year. Because, like, the entire Critical Role cast is gonna be there, and I have a lot of Critical Role stuff, and I'm doing a Critical Role stamp rally with a couple other artists, and that's gonna be fun and exciting. There's also the me that's worried, like, oh no, what if I hype it up too much? And then it doesn't meet my expectations. So, you know, trying to rein myself in a little bit, right? Anyway, his shirt is plaid now. He has a plaid shirt now. Plaid shirt. Slightly more dripped out. Still a little wackadoodle. But it's okay. Gonna make his shirt a little bit more red. A little bit brighter. Tone down that puffy fest because, my god, that blue is bright. Overpowering literally everything else. There. Yeah, just for the record, I probably won't be streaming much next week because of the con. I'm just planning on, like, one stream on Monday, and then that's probably going to be it, because Wednesday I'm going to need time to pack, and Friday I will be in Portland, so I'm not going to be around for streaming purposes. But yeah. Alright, so there's Junpei's flats. Now let's do the rest of the squad. All these weirdos. We're gonna do flats first, and then do everything else. Who the fuck is that? I don't know. Where's Ace? There he is. Just want to say I love your videos and we'll be starting a webcomic on Tapas, and watching your videos gave me the confidence to do so. Just keep doing what you're doing. Oh, thank you! I appreciate it. I'm glad you like the videos, and I hope you like the comic when you get around to reading it. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Oh yeah, so speaking of, I have finished my next video, and that will be going up on Monday before I leave for my con. You guys have that to look forward to. It's my, what is it? My GalaxyCon Austin vlog that I didn't think I was gonna make, and then I made anyway, because whoops, what a show that was. What a mess that convention was. You guys will get to hear all about it. Although, if you're a patron or a channel member, you can watch it right now, just saying. Just saying. Oh wait, has my music not been playing? I had Spotify muted! What the heck? When did that happen? We just haven't had any music and you guys didn't tell me? Oh no. Oopsie doodles. That was unintentional, gang. Maybe someone did try to tell me and I didn't have the chat up so I didn't see it. Oh no. Oh no, ripperonis. You've just been sitting here cavorting in silence. Silence! Well, it's fine. Okay. What color are this fucker's eyes? Like kind of a brownish, hazily, desaturated brownish. There we go. There's he. There's Ace. This motherfucker. Was just a little oopsie doodles, nothing much, but still! No scuff allowed on my streams, god damn it! I have plenty of scuff, it's just... I like to think that I have my shit together enough that I can avoid most of it. But not all, apparently. I don't even know why that source would be muted. Weird. Alright, YouTube just keeps, like... It really, really, really wants me to do ads. And I'm like, YouTube, listen. I left Twitch because they were too invasive with forcing me to run ads. Don't you do the same shit. Because I will be salty, and I will say, no, I will run ads. I'll run ads on the VOD, but I'm not going to make the live folks watch ads, because they're cool, and they're here when the thing is actually happening. I'm not going to make folks sit through ads. Who the fuck do you think I am? Some ad-having person? No. That's bullshit. No ads for the live squad. I'll put ads on the VODs just because it's like, you know, after the fact, but still. If I have ads completely turned off, then I don't get any money from these streams. And I do like to get, you know, just a little bit of kickback. But it doesn't have to be too much. I'm not a... I don't, like, stream for a living. It's not my only job. I don't got to run ads if I don't want to. All this to say, we hate ads in this house. He's got these little emo boy arm socks. His emo boy spaghetti noodle scarf. And his normal, pretty normal looking shirt. I think his eyes are just like gray. She really hates ads? I do. It's true. I do not like the ads. I don't like watching them, and I assume you guys also don't like watching them. What color are your eyes, motherfucker? Oh no, they're like bluish? Yeah, they're kind of like bluish gray. Okay. Ah! Okay. Yes, I have been... I've been working on display stuff. I have also been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate. A lot of Baldur's Gate. Possibly too much Baldur's Gate. That game really did just suck me the fuck in more than I was expecting it to. It's like playing D&D, but I can play it whenever I want to instead of having to wait for our, like, once every 2 week sessions. Or our once a month sessions for what's left of us. I can just play it whenever I want. The problem I have with Baldur's Gate is that I keep wanting to make new files and, like, do stuff differently. And then I just have, like, a bajillion unfinished files on the game. The furthest I've gotten is Act 2, which is what I am doing in one of my playthroughs right now. It's been what I've been doing, kind of just during my downtimes. My Verity playthrough for folks who are familiar with my characters. I have a Verity playthrough. I have my Emery playthrough, which I technically haven't touched in a couple of weeks. And I just recently started a Zephyr playthrough. Zephyr is one of my characters who I was gonna play as like a D&D character, but I never found a campaign for him, and then I ended up using him as an NPC in the game that I run myself. And then they ended up going through like his entire arc in that game, and so I was like, well, actually, I'm pretty fulfilled with this character now. So now he will be romancing the vampire twink. Because I was like, I want to do this romance, but I don't know of any characters besides Zephyr who would put up with his nonsense. Oh good, more plaid. Oh good, more plaid. Red bow with like your pink hoodie. Clover, I love you. What are you wearing? What are those? What are half of the characters in this game wearing? Like, come on. Guys. Guys. What are we doing here? Okay, her plaid's a little hard to see. I'm gonna pull up a picture. Okay, so is it just red with the green stripes? Yes, she's wrapped up like a Christmas present. This girl is wrapped like a Christmas present. Actually gonna put this on a separate layer so I can change the color easier. It has been a while since I played these games, and I kind of do want to again, but I don't know if I'd stream it. It's one of those games, it's like, my thing is, it's one of those games where it's more fun if you go in blind. And I've already played it, so the fun of playing blind on stream wouldn't be there. I have had the experiences, so none of the twists would affect me, you know? Make this a little bit, perhaps a little thinner. There we go. Alright, so there's Clover. Okay, and we're just moving our way around, making our way downtown. Coloring fast. Gosh, I just remember back when I was a child and I used to like just painstakingly scribble in all the colors in my digital art, and now I'm just like, you fool, you wasted so much time. My whole like digital art journey has just been learning how to do things faster and more efficiently. It's the ADHD, you see. If I don't finish a piece in one sitting, it's never getting done, you see. But I mean, it helps for webcomics too, because, you know, like, you can draw faster. Means you can get through art pieces a heck of a lot quicker, including comic pages. Yippee-ki-yay. Okay, she's got a bunch of stripes on her clothes too. Okay, I'm gonna scoot you, and I'm just gonna copy the colors off of here. Then I'll have to figure out what order the stripes on her sleeves go, because my goodness. This. And then... so it's like she's got a yellow stripe near the bottom, near the hem, and another black stripe. You know what? I'm gonna I'm gonna find a better picture for this. Show me your sleeves, girl. Show me your sleeves, girl. There we go. Let me see. Okay, that's a GIF. I don't need a GIF. I just need you to show me her whole sleeves. Dang it. Show me your sleeves! Don't need the GIF! Although maybe I can just copy paste the JPEG in. There we go. There we heckin' go. Come here, girl. I need to see your sleeves. Alright. Cool. I need to see your sleeves. Alright, so we're gonna go back and we're gonna start that again. Okay. So then she has the big purple stripe. And then a blue stripe. Oh wait, shit. I was doing that on the wrong layer. Wrong layer! Why do we even have that layer? And then we have a blue stripe. Then we have another purple stripe. And we have a thicker blue stripe. And then we got a thicker purple stripe interrupted with the yellow stripe. And then we got a blue stripe. I'm a professional. Alright, so let's see. Now we gotta do it down here. We got a blue stripe. We got a purple stripe interrupted with a yellow stripe. Cool! Good! It's almost the trans flag. Not quite, though. What color are your eyes, baby girl? They're like a dark blue. Okay, like a dark grayish blue. And she's got like all the little decorations in her hair that goes boop, 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 boop. Okay, and we'll come back and do her number later. We can get rid of you now. Wow, not that! Just that, thank you. Yeah, so what all have I been doing? I've been working on convention stuff, been working on art stuff. I kind of want to do some Baldur's Gate 3 merch. I just want to do like some little like stickers and probably also keychains of the characters, the companions specifically, because I love them. I love them. They are like babies to me, who I love very much. And then I can also use that for speed paints on my channel. Which, by the way, I saw a couple folks talking about it in here. Your girl is extremely close to 100K on the YouTube channel. So that's cool. So that's cool. Honestly, like, I wasn't making such a big deal about it. It was just like, yeah, you know, I'm very close to hitting it. And then my growth on YouTube just completely flatlined. I was so mad about it. And so now it's just like, all right, come on, let's just fucking go, dude. God damn it. Cause like, I was so close. I could have hit it back in August if my growth hadn't completely flatlined. It did though, is the thing. Like, I had a reel going viral. I had a couple of reels going viral all at the same time, actually. And then, like, when I was at A-Fest, like, at the end of July, I was getting close to 1,000 subs a day for, like, a week. And I was like, oh my god, it's happening, I'm gonna hit 100K soon. And then, like, right as I hit, like, 89 or 88,000, it just went completely tanked. And now I've been getting, like, 100, maybe 200, like, not even 200 a day, like, barely scraping 100 a day, and I'm just like, come on, man. It was so close, and then it just completely dropped off. God damn it. The algorithm was showing me so much love for just, like, a hot minute, and then it just decided, no, actually, we hate you. No growth for you, actually. We've changed our minds. And I was like, come on, man. I just want to hit it and be done. Gosh damn it. Gosh dang it. Like, I'll probably hit it early next week, if not this weekend. But I'm still just like, just put me out of my misery already. God damn it. Just end it. I just want to get there so I can stop staring at my numbers all the time. It's like, oh, it's close, oh, it's close, oh, it's close. It's like, yeah, just put me out of my misery already. Just hit the big number so I can focus on other things. God damn it. Yes, big titties. Okay, let's see. Her hair, it's like this kind of blackish gray. Yeah, so I don't know what my next video is going to be aside. Okay, well, I mean, I do. My next video is already finished. It's my I am so good at talking and drawing at the same time, you guys. I'm like a freaking savant over here. My uber next video is my GalaxyCon vlog, and then after that is gonna be my my Rose City Comic Con vlogs. I'm doing 2 con vlogs in a row just because, you know, it's easy peasy right there and I can just do it. Also just the timing worked out. I like to get my con vlogs out pretty soon after I, like, go to the con so that the memories are still fresh. But then after that, I'm not sure. I was thinking one thing that might be fun to do is, like, some sort of horror, spooky, adjacent something in October. And I was thinking that might actually be a good time for, like, some art. Like, I have a bunch of stories of just, you know, A, running an art business, and B, just being an art person on the internet, and what kind of a horrifying shit show that can be at times. But none of them are long enough to make their own videos about, so I think I want to just, like, make a compilation video of all the horrifying things that happen when you try to do art for a living. And I could do that one at the start of October, so that's kind of what I was thinking for my next one. But I know that there's, like, I've got a lot of videos with a work-in-progress script, where it's, like, sort of there. It's, like, getting there, but it's not great yet. It's like I gotta finish the script first. Okay. Get Junpei out of here. Whoa! What happened there? It's his ghost! Oh my god! Oh god, it's under everyone! Oh no! Oh sweet Jesus! You know what? That's one of Lotus's colors, so I bet if I just scoot back far enough, I'll find where I did that. That will be easier than trying to recolor everything. Aha, there we go. Ma'am, you're over here causing problems. That's a fun thing that can just happen in digital art sometimes. Sometimes you hit the paint bucket on the wrong thing and it just fucks up the hole underneath your piece. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, so I've got a lot of videos that are like kind of half in progress. So I've got my commission tips videos, or video that I'm working on. I've got, what else? I have my next Japan story times video kind of locked and loaded, ready to script, etc. I've got a couple of different videos that I could do. I just haven't really decided super fast on any of them. Like, I'm not, like, super sold on any of them, really. I also have... What I was going to do was, like, have my 100,000 subscriber video be, like, talking about art and YouTube and what I've learned from working in the platform for, like, the last couple of years. However, at the same time, I realized that, like, the topic is so broad, I should really split it into 2 videos. So that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. And those are both vague enough where I'm like, I'm not entirely sure where I want to go with this, lads. So, that one's gonna take a little bit of thoughts and thinking. Some stinking thinking, etc. There we go. Alright, so there's all our characters. Flatted and ready for action. Yeehaw! Sexual Awareness Week is next month. Maybe something for that. Ooh, that could be interesting. I do have some ideas for, like, my experiences with, like, heavy air quotes romance. That I could talk about. I've got some funny stories of me most of the stories are just me being so fucking oblivious I don't realize when people are asking me out. I have, like, 6 or 7 stories. Well, not 6 or 7. Like, I have several of those. It would end up being a short video, probably, but goodness gracious. It would be an interesting topic, if nothing else. You guys want to hear some of those stories? I can talk about some of those. The one that my mom always gives me crap about is, I remember I was at RTX one year. This was a couple years ago. This was in, like, 2016, I think? 2016 or 2017. I was at RTX. And the thing about RTX is, they very much, it's actually kind of cool. They very much encourage, making friends with people who are next to you in the lines for, like, panels and stuff. And so they'll, like, go around and they'll say, it's like, hey guys, so you're all on this line for this panel? Turn to the person next to you and, just strike up a conversation. You guys all have something in common, cause you're here. And so, you just turn to the person next to you and just strike up a conversation, introduce yourself, make a new friend. And I was like, okay. And so I turned to the person next to me. He was a guy. I'm not gonna lie. He was cute. We struck up a conversation. He, like, looked about my age, maybe a little bit older. And we just, like, we were stuck in a line for a while, and then because we were next to each other in the line, we ended up being seated next to each other in a panel as well. And I remember that we, like, struck up a fairly nice conversation, you know? I don't remember what it was about. This was many years ago. But we had, like, had a nice, pleasant conversation, and then later, as we were leaving the panel, we, like, kept talking, and we were just walking along. And he asked me for my number. He was like, hey, so, like, I kind of want to continue this conversation, but I gotta go. Can I have your phone number? And then I was like, oh, I don't really give out my phone numbers to strangers, but here's my Twitter, where I have DMs closed. And so he's like, he just seemed a little bit disappointing. He was like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah, okay, bye. And I went off and I did the rest of the weekend. 3 years later, I was, like, loading my groceries into my car. And I was like, wait a second? He was trying to ask me out. I never heard from that guy again, by the way. It was literally years later. It was like 3 or 4 years after that experience. I was just like, wait a second? Hey! So that happened. That's one. The only other one I can remember off the top of my head was more of a story because it actually involved people I knew. So I had this one friend in high school who was a little bit of a serial dater. He basically just, like, went around and at some point dated almost everyone in my friend group. Like, he was in the art class that me and most of my friends were in. And he just kind of, like, rotated through our entire friend group and dated everybody at least once. Some people twice. And it was just like, okay, once he would break up with somebody, we kind of had this private joke. It's like, all right, who's he gonna ask out next? Who's he gonna ask out next? And, I remember we would always, you know, he would hang out with our group of friends that would, like, hang out before school and such. And I remember we were, like, hanging out before class, and then the bell rang, and it was time for us to go to our next class, and he and I both had our next class, like, out in the portables. We were not in the same class, we just had classes in the same area, and it was just me and him, and we were, like, you know, chatting, walking to our next class, and he's like, oh, Star, by the way, so we had our first period classes were out in the portables, and then our second period of that day was the art class that both of us were in together. And so he said, hey, Star, by the way, can you wait for me outside the art classroom? I have something to ask you. And me being stupid in the moment was just like, yeah, sure, okay. And I continued on to my Spanish class. And then I realized, as I was, like, unpacking my bag and getting ready for my Spanish class, I realized, oh God, oh fuck, he's gonna ask me out, isn't he? Oh no. And so here's the thing, it's like, I liked him as a friend. I had no interest in dating him, especially since, like I said, he was a bit of a serial dater. It did kind of feel like he was just cycling through all of my friends, and I was not really into that. And so I basically spent that entire Spanish class staring at the wall and being like, okay, how am I going to let him down gently? How am I going to let him down gently? What do I do to, like, you know, not ruin the friendship, but also be like, hey, I don't want to date you, but we can still be friends, right? Because, you know, like, he was a good friend. We sat next to each other in class, and we talked a lot, and he was, like, you know, good friends with all my other friends. It just made sense to stay friends with him, you know? And so, like, I didn't want to, like, break his heart or anything, but I also had literally no interest in dating him. And so I was just like, okay, how am I going to play this? How am I going to do this? What am I going to say to him? And I was sitting there in that Spanish class panicking, like, the entire time. Like, the entire hour and a half. I was just like, oh God, oh God, oh geez, oh fuck, oh God, oh God, oh geez, oh fuck. However, the reality is, we never ended up having that conversation. Would you guys like to know why? Would you like to know why he never asked me out? He had asked me to wait for him outside the art room so that he could talk to me before class. And after I spent all that time in my class worried about what I was going to say to him, I worried about it so hard that I just straight up forgot to wait for him outside the art room. And I just went in, and I just walked over to my friends, and I literally completely forgot. And then the next day, he was dating another one of my friends. I was literally, like, paralyzed with fear for an entire class period, only to just completely ADHD my way out of getting asked out. I literally just went I forgore and then just completely avoided the confrontation. Completely avoided it. I still laugh about that shit because, oh my god, what a way to go. What a way to avoid my problems is to just ADHD at this guy so hard I forget to wait for him, and then literally the next day we find out he asked out a different friend. What a bullet I dodged. What a bullet that dodged. My goodness. Yeah, those are the two stories of, like, just, you know, botched romance I can remember off the top of my head. I don't know if I could make a full video out of just that. It'd be a short video. I've made short videos in the past. Like, my story about how I got a Game Boy when I was younger was, like, only 10 minutes, I think. I've made short videos. Do you have any middle school horror stories? Not middle school specifically, I don't think. I mean, aside from the fact that I was cringe. Aside from the fact that I was cringe, I think maybe I'll save the stories. Maybe I can save the cringy I almost got asked out and was too oblivious to notice stories I can save for, like, February, Valentine's Day-ish. And maybe for Halloween I finally do that video where I talk about how cringy I was in middle and high school, because your girl was cringe. I've told this story on stream before, but for those who are new here, hi, I wore a cat bell choker every single day for 2 years in middle school because I was obsessed with Tokyo Mew Mew. That's the level of cringe that we're talking about here. Yeehaw. But yeah, I have to see how many videos I'm going to end up posting in October, because if I have room, I think I can do the cringe video and just, like, the art/internet horror stories video. Just horror stories of being a full-time artist, because I have some that are, like, from conventions, and I have some that are just, like, weird comments I've gotten, like, I want to talk about Gun Guy in a video, I want to talk about, like, all the weird art theft stories that I have in my arsenal. Stuff like that. Yeah, so it would be like a, just weird horror stories from my time doing this job specifically. So I was thinking about it today, and I think I want to do that one, definitely, for, like, October. I also still have to do that spooky game stream that I promised I would do during that, what was it? The freaking donation stream I did for the charity stream. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, I did that charity stream back in June, and I still have to do all of the streams I said I would do for it. Oopsie heckin' doodles, am I right? I'm gonna do those, I promise. I've just been so wrapped up with cons, it's been stressful. Yeah, so I have lots of ideas, and we're just gonna have to see which ones end up hitting the gold mine, you know? I love her. I kind of want to cosplay June, if I'm being honest. She's baby. She's baby. I like her. Oh, she has like little patterns on her dress that I need to do too. I'll do that in a moment. But yeah, I will just go ahead and put this out there. If you guys have any topics for like videos you would like me to make in the future, feel free to let me know. I'm always taking new ideas. Like, there's no guarantee I will use them, but at the very least, I keep like a spreadsheet list of all my video ideas and when I might be able to use them. So yeah, if there's anything like specific you guys want to know about, you just let me know, okay? I'll add it to the list if it's a topic I'm interested in talking about. But yeah, I am just gonna be... I talk about how I'm taking a break from cons, and so that's gonna hopefully, you know, like, free up some time for me, but then I remember, oh yeah, wait, shit, I have to do Kickstarter fulfillment once my books get here, and that's gonna be happening in, like a month and a half. Oh boy, that's gonna be a lot of freaking work. Yeah, my books are coming. The books are coming! I have not officially gotten the shipping manifesto yet, but the books are coming. They are on... They're coming! They're coming! Can you please make how to draw vids? So, my thing... The reason why I probably won't do how to draw videos specifically is just because I don't think that my technical skills are that good. This is not me fishing for compliments. I'm just like, all things considered, like, my anatomy is not the best, so I don't feel qualified to talk about like anatomy or anything like that. I could do like how I specifically render certain things, but like, I don't know. I'm just not super comfortable with doing like, here's how to draw this specific thing videos, because I don't know. I just don't think that my art is, like, my technical skills are not quite up to snuff with that kind of thing, you know? Again, this is not me fishing for compliments, this is just stating my truth here. Top 10 webcomics. As a video topic, I've actually considered doing like shorts about other webcomics that I like, and just being like, here's a webcomic recommendation, and like have the video in the background be me drawing fan art. And then just like talking about the plot of the comic, talking about why I like it, you know, just to kind of like boost some other creators that I like. The reason I haven't yet is because A, it involves me doing specific art. And then also my fear with it is that once I start doing it, people are gonna start asking me to do them specifically for their comic. And I just want it to, I don't necessarily want it to be like a sponsored thing where people can be, like, you can request one. Unless it's something very specific, like I know you and you're like, I don't know, running a Kickstarter or something, and then having the boost at a specific time would be helpful. But I mostly want to focus it on like my friends who are making comics, and also just comics that are really good that I personally enjoy and think could use the boost. Okay, she has more sleeve funkiness going on here. Got like little crosses, little flowers on her sleeveys. Stop it with the gifts. I don't need gifts. I just need to see your character artwork. Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna make this all the same color. There. But yeah, so like, I've got a lot of stuff that I would love to do. It's just mostly a matter of Star needs time to do the thing. And I'm hoping that, you know, once I'm done with cons, and once I'm done with Kickstarter fulfillment, I'll have a little bit more free time kicking around that I can do that kind of stuff, you know? You know? It's like something I want to do eventually, but it's just a matter of time, right? But I mean, the nice thing is that, like, one of the reasons I've been able to kind of chill out on cons a bit more and focus on other things is because my YouTube channel has been doing so well, and I have you guys to thank for that, so thank you. Thank you for your support and your subscriptions and watching my videos and stuff. Because, yeah, I mean, I'll talk about this in a video eventually, but I've said this before on streams and such, but joining YouTube has been one of the best marketing decisions I've ever made. Like, my webcomic has so many new readers now, that I never would have had if I hadn't joined YouTube, and it's been, like, the last year has been crazy for the comics growth, like, absolutely wild. And I have YouTube, and I have all you guys to thank for that. How much do you earn from YouTube? It really varies. It varies pretty intensely just because the amount of views I get for a video fluctuates so wildly. Because with my videos, it's like, because my channel has like kind of just recently started growing, and it grew so fast, I have videos that hit like over 100,000 views in the first week, like it's nothing. And I have other videos that struggle to hit over 10K. Like within, and they'll be back to back. It's wild how much the fluctuation is. So like, you know, I have a good month. Like April was my last really good month. I had both of the videos I released during April kind of went viral a little bit. And I made like, I don't know the exact numbers, but I think something like $15,000, or not thousand, oh my god, like 1,500 in April from just YouTube ad revenue alone. And that's crazy. But like this month, I skipped my most recent video because I was busy, and then my other most recent video, my D&D video, didn't do so hot. And so now it's like, I don't know my projections for this month so far, but they are a couple hundred lower. Like, I've dipped below 1,000 for my estimated revenue for September, which again, I am in a very good position with YouTube in regards to YouTube is not my only source of income, so it doesn't bother me too much that my income fluctuates from it. I earn significantly more money from my webcomic, my Patreon, my online store especially. And so YouTube is just kind of like my little fun side hustle now. But YouTube for me has mostly been helpful in the marketing aspect, right? Because after my YouTube channel started blowing up, I started getting a lot more people reading my comic, and then I started getting a lot more people joining my Patreon. Like, my Patreon earnings have doubled in the last 8 months. Like, since the start of the year, my Patreon earnings have more than doubled. And that's wild to me. And then YouTube has also been really good for marketing, so I've been marketing my book and stuff, and then that's also been doing very well. Do you have anything planned for 100K? Not anything super specific. I have a video topic I'd like to do for 100K, but I don't have anything, like, super duper specific planned, right? You actually get paid from promoting your comic. Yeah, that's basically what YouTube is I'm getting paid to promote my webcomic with just a little bit of cheeky ad rev. So yeah, it's a very wild situation that I find myself in. And again, the only reason it works is because of all you guys watching my videos and reading my comic and doing stuff like that, and I am really grateful for it. So genuinely, thank you all so much. I have doki doki emotions and whatever. 300 to go. Less than that, actually. I was at like 350 before the stream, I think. Let me see how far it is now. Let me see what we're up to. Let me see what the exact number is. Yeah, it's 766. So we have like 230 subscribers left to go. We're getting there. We are getting there. Everybody go tell your friends to watch my silly little videos. But yeah, I'm hoping that if I haven't hit it by Monday, the GalaxyCon video will do well. My convention vlog videos aren't my best content, but I know that enough people like them to watch them, and so I want to keep doing them. Even though they don't generally, like, pull the big numbers that some of my other videos do. Do you know what other videos / channels are linked with yours? I'm pretty sure you were recommended because I've watched Drawfee. I mean, I have no control over that. I mean, Drawfee is another art channel, so it makes sense that maybe I would get recommended if you like them, but... I mean, I don't have any control over that, right? But yeah, I just, like, I haven't had a video go, like, explosively viral in a little bit. My internship story video came out, I think, when was that, July? And that was my last video that did, like, really well. That one's sitting at, like, over 200,000. That was the last video I had that did really well. But that ended up pulling in a lot of new subs. So I just need another one like that to just, like, kick me over the threshold. And then I can just get the frickin' plaque and set it on my mantle and I can stop worrying about it. It's like, okay, we're good. Because, like, I'm not gonna hit 1 million subs. I'm not gonna hit 1 million, like, anytime soon. It's not really something I'm even aiming for. It's not really even something that's, like, on my radar. It's like, all right, you guys, let's aim for 1 million. It's like, it's so far out of things that I'm even trying to aim for. Not because I don't think I could do it. I mean, I kind of don't, but it's like, it's just such a high goal, you know? And I mean, you know, art channels really are pretty hit and miss. And for me, it's not an important goal, I guess. It's like, I'm not doing this to get famous. I'm doing this because I like telling silly little stories. Right? So whenever someone asks, he's like, all right, I got a comment today that was like, remember me when you're famous and you hit 1 million. And I was just like, I'm not going to hit 1 million, you guys. It's fine. Things that people will clip and be like, this aged well when I hit 1 million in like 20 years or something. Yeah, good job. Now go for 10 times that amount, right? It's like, I enjoy setting goals for myself. I don't think that 1 million is a good goal for me. Just because, like I said, YouTube is just kind of my silly little thing that I do for fun. and marketing. And, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure if my channel, like, if my story times are worth 1 million subs, and I don't want to downplay myself too much. It's like, whenever I talk about this, I feel like I'm fishing for compliments, even though, again, that's totally not what I'm doing. I'm just trying to be realistic, you know? One of the things I learned about setting goals is that you should set goals, but your goals should be realistic and attainable within a, like, reasonable amount of time. Otherwise, you're setting yourself up for failure, and that's bad. So, I try to set goals that are reasonable and attainable, and I don't know if 1 million subs is reasonable or attainable for me, and so it's not a goal that I aspire to, right? My current goals are get my damn webcomic in print, survive that Kickstarter whenever it ends up happening. Survive this convention I've got next week. 100K is a good enough goal for me right now. And we are very, very close to achieving it, so I am satisfied with that. I mean, especially because I've hit it in, like, such a short amount of time, too. Like, I've barely been on YouTube, like, I started really using this channel for video content in, like, August of last year. July or August? Oh, one of those. Like, I haven't been doing YouTube very long, and the fact that I've basically hit 100K at this point. In, like, a year and 3 months. That is wild. Like, that is a wild sentence. It's wild that I have made it this far this quickly, so, you know, like, I'm still kind of reeling from that. Honestly, I think you could reach one of those larger art channel accounts because unlike most of the ones I follow, you do specific stuff for marketing and comic work none of the others I follow do. Maybe. I appreciate the optimism, if nothing else. At the very least 200K. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, you know, you can aim for, like, 100, like, in 100K intervals, right? But I'm not gonna sit here and be like, all right, guys, we hit 100,000, now let's hit 1 million. Because, like, I'm not gonna hit that with it. That's not an attainable goal within, like, the next year or two, probably. And I prefer to set goals that are attainable within a reasonable amount of time. Because that's just healthy goal setting, baby. Setting healthy, reasonable goals for yourself is important. Yeah, YouTube has just been my interesting little pet project that I've been playing around with, that I mostly use for marketing other things. So it's weird that I've gotten this far, right? But I hope it continues to go well. I can't give away too many details yet, but your girl actually is doing her first sponsored video soon. It's not going to be out for a couple more months. For reasons that I'll get into. But that's happening, so that's very exciting. Again, can't talk about it really. It's a little too soon. But it's pretty exciting, and I'm excited for it. I was just excited because, like, I get a lot of sponsorship, quote-unquote sponsorship offers in my email, like, all the time. But it's mostly just like, hey, promote our thing and we'll give you an affiliate code. Or, hey, promote our thing for free? I get those quite often. I I got one recently that was like, hey, insert YouTuber name here. We really like your content and how creative and exciting your content is. We think that you could really help us market our thing. You want to promote us for free? Like, no mention of paying me at all? And this was like a week after I posted my unpaid internship video, and I was like, oh, you mean the content where I explicitly say that doing unpaid work is predatory and bad and we shouldn't do it? That content? You watched that video and you thought, this chick will definitely promote our product for free? Be gone from my inbox! Yeah, so I've gotten several of those. And I've gotten several that were like, hey, we'll send you a free product if you promise to promote it, and then we'll also pay you like via an affiliate code. So if anyone buys the thing that you're promoting, you'll get a small cut of the revenue from that. And I'm just like, okay, cool. How much are you going to pay me to actually, you know, make the ad, spend the time making the ad? And they were just like, cricket. Like, yeah, I don't know. You want access to my audience? Pay me with money that I can use to pay my mortgage, damn it. Pay me real people money. I can't pay my mortgage in free product. What do I look like, an influencer? Now! Sprays them with a water bottle. But yes, I have finally gotten an actual offer where they mentioned paying me in the very first email, and I was like, ah yes, finally, some good fucking food. And it's like that Gordon Ramsay meme. These kitties need to be fed. Yeah, I got 2 beautiful kitten daughters that I have to pay for food for. They're so hungry all the time. I have to feed them. I can't feed them with a standing desk. Todd from marketing. Anywhere else I need to shade here on my boy? I think we're good. I think we are good on this boy. Now we're gonna do our hashtag usual bullshit, where we go in, select each color manually, and then change the shading color. It just helps it pop a little more. It just helps it look a little bit more, you know, it's a little something. What's the most absurd sponsorship offer you've ever got? There was one I got last week. Well, that wasn't even really a sponsorship offer. That was just like a press release. So we use a service for the podcast called Anchor. I have a podcast about idol anime, by the way, if you didn't know. It's been on hiatus since the spring because your girl's too busy for podcasting right now. But it's coming back eventually, I promise. It's gonna have to be after conventions are over and probably also after Kickstarter fulfillment is over, but it's coming back eventually, I promise. But the thing is that I am pretty sure they, the service that we use to host the podcast, did give out my email to a bunch of people doing like press releases and shit. Because now I just randomly get press releases and people will be like, hey, do you want to talk about this news article on your podcast? And I'm like, why do you think I have any interest in, like, Hollywood gossip stories? But the weirdest one I got was, like, last week, where I got sent one, and I remember the title very specifically. This was the subject line of the email, right? And it was, ahem. If it looks like a duck, and it walks like a duck, and it quacks like a duck, it's trying to appeal to furries. And I was just like, what is this email? It's popped up in my inbox. And I was just like, what the fuck? Is this the email I just got? What? Why is this in my inbox? And it was like this whole article talking about the influx of furries in like animation and like media shit. And I'm like, hello? Hello? Why did I just get this email? This is so freaking weird. So yeah, not like a sponsorship offer email. Still a very bizarre email to get on just like a random Tuesday, right? Like, okay, what are we doing here? What? What? Yeah, as far as like sponsorship emails, I haven't gotten any that were like too outrageous, I don't think. Then that were just like, oh my god, really? No! That's a lie! I have gotten one pretty recently, actually. Because, so, you guys know about my backstory with Twitch, right? You guys know a little bit at the very least about my backstory with Twitch. About how, you know, I was a Twitch streamer for like, I used the platform and I streamed on a regular basis for like 6 years. And I did all the things you were supposed to do. I did all the marketing. I did the making clips and posting them on other platforms to market myself thing. I did all that stuff. And then I was earning some money on Twitch, but I never really passed the like 25 average viewer like kick, right? I was aiming for Twitch partner. I was doing all this stuff. And then once I started doing the YouTube channel, I started streaming over here as well. And streaming on YouTube was more profitable in 6 months than streaming on YouTube was, or than streaming on Twitch was in the entire 6 years that I had on the platform. So I eventually just gave up on Twitch and I stopped streaming on Twitch, and now I'm a YouTube exclusive bitch. I am YouTube exclusive now. I am no longer on Twitch. The other day I got an email. Saying, hey, have you ever considered streaming on Twitch? Because we're starting a new program to try and help spotlight some streamers who don't specifically do gaming content, and we think that you would be a great match for this program that we're starting on twitch.tv. And I was just like, oh, that's an interesting question. Have I considered streaming on Twitch, you ask? Have I considered streaming on Twitch? I streamed on Twitch so long that I hated Twitch and then I left. Motherfucker! And so I left them on red because ha 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 ha, ha ha ha, good joke, very funny, get out of my inbox. It was like, oh, have I ever considered it? Have I ever considered streaming on Twitch? One might say that I've considered it. I would say that I considered it for 6 fucking years. Then I considered it not worth my time anymore. So I left them on red. Then about, like, exactly a week later, I get another email. It is the exact same email from the exact same person with one word changed. That says, have you reconsidered streaming on Twitch? Because we think you would be a great fit for this program. Yeah, no, Twitch wants me back. Twitch wants me back. They are so desperate to have me back that they are banging down my door. And I'm like, haha, tee-hee, ho-ho, you silly bitches. Never. Twitch is like the bad bitch is like the bad ex trying to get me back because they see me in my new relationship and they see me doing really well and they're like, hey, by the way, I miss you. And I just get to be like, haha, not on your life. Bye. Bitch, bye. The only reason I would go back to streaming on Twitch is just to be like, hey, I have chat turned off for Twitch. You want to talk to me? You go to my YouTube channel. Because that's what I've considered doing for TikTok, right? If I can ever get a TikTok stream key so I can stream on TikTok from my computer, I would love to just like, you know, stream on TikTok and then try and use that as a way to drag my TikTok audience over to my YouTube channel. But TikTok has not graced me with a stream key yet, and I'm very snalty about it. If I had a second phone, I could stream from Twitch because I could just, like, you know, record. I could just aim it at my monitor while I'm doing art streams. But alas. Anyway, so I would say that was the most filled with audacity. It's not really even a sponsorship offer. It's just like a, hey, baby, come back type of email. Could have written back and said, have you considered paying me more? Yeah, I could have, but I'm just like, I'm the very non-confrontational. Like, listen, I'll talk shit on streams, but in general, I am a very non-confrontational person, so if the opportunity presents itself to just, you know, leave them on red and not be snarky, I'll just leave them on red. It's the most, like, neutral action to take, right? I'm not looking for a fight with, like, a frickin' recruiter who's just trying to do their job and get paid. I am just a little guy with a YouTube channel that is significantly more profitable than Twitch was. They want Astarion back? Shut up. Gosh dang it. My friends have started calling me that too, and it's getting on my nerves. It's like, do I look like a vampire twink to you? No. Just because we have similar names doesn't mean anything. It's like, listen, I am going to do a playthrough where I romance him eventually. But it's not going to be my Verity run because she's apparently, like, doing a casual romance with Gale because the man loves people who are nice, apparently. And I have been extremely nice the entire game. And I got a very cute stargazing scene with him recently, and it was very cute. And I liked it. So I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll do this. This is cute and I like it. I do like Gale. He's sweet. He's just a little bit like my first impression of Gale was, oh, this man is still in love with his ex. But then after the whole, like, I don't want to spoil it, but Gale's got a problem that you find out about pretty early on. And then once you find out the solution to the problem, like, you are given the solution to the problem, but it's a real, like, it solves the problem, but it also has some very negative repercussions. And it's just like, oh no, this poor guy, he's like in, this is awful. I feel so bad for him now. He's like, oh my god, poor guy. It's like, I'm not romancing him specifically because I feel bad for him. I just think he's sweet, and he has been dealt a shitty hand, and he's just like, aw, buddy, and he's so nice. He's such a nice little guy. He's just nice, and I want nice things for him. And his old flame is not nice to him. God damn it, I'm mad now. I'm mad. I kissed a Gale and I liked it. No, there was actually no kissing. It was very sweet. So I'm not sure if this is true of, like, all the romances, but, like, there has not been, like, I'm still kind of on, like, Gale's route, but there has not been a single sexy scene There's been no kissing or anything. It was just like this very, very sweet, like, stargazing scene recently where he, like, talked about his problems. And I'm like, oh, buddy boy. It was very sweet. And the ace me really liked it, actually. I was worried when it started because I was like, oh no, here it comes. Here comes the romance scene. And then it was still like, it was still definitely a romance scene, but it wasn't what I was expecting. And it was like very, just very soft and very sweet with like this hint of foreboding because problems are there. I can fix him. I can fix his relationship with his ex by saying, fuck no, we're not gonna do what she says and we're gonna solve your problem a different way because fuck that. She's not good for you, bro. You need to let her go. Yeah, so I like Gale. I also want to romance Karlach at some point because, oh my god, I love her so much. I love Karlach so much, you guys. She's just a big, beefy golden retriever, and I love her so much. You recreated the meet me outside the art room in a video game? No! Because he was like, hey, meet me at this spot. And I fully went in expecting it like a sexy cutscene, and it wasn't that at all. It was very sweet. It was just, oh, I can't talk about it more because I don't want to spoil it for people who are still playing, but it was just like, it was just very sweet. And I liked it. I liked it, okay? And there was nary a sex to be seen. I'm sure, like, if I had wanted to, I'm sure that was an option for how that scene ended, but I didn't pick those options in the dialogue, so we didn't get those. We just got like a nice little conversation. Dang it. First time around, I had the stargazing scene with him, but actually went to the sexy route. See, like I said, it's like, it probably could have turned into a sexy thing, but I didn't pick those text options, and so it was just like a nice little, we just had a nice chat under the sky, and it was very sweet. He's a sweetie. And Gale, Karlach, and Astarion are the crew that I have been running through most of my Verity file with. I do want to get to know Gale better, so I think I'm probably going to use him more on my next playthrough. Shadowheart, I'm like, on. I feel like it's like, you know, I want to like her. I don't have anything against her. It's just like her whole shadow goth thing kind of weirds me out a little bit. She's like a little bit too devout cleric for a not so great god, and I'm just like, So yeah, I feel like I like Will, I've never used him, and so I need to get to know him better. So I'm probably going to use him more when I do a second playthrough. Because he is cute, and I like him. I just haven't used him very much, because my squad, though. Character development for Shadowheart is decent, rather tragic storyline. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I got. I'm actually, the area I'm in right now is the area under the crypt in Act 2. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. I'm not going to go into it more. And I almost did that entire section without Shadowheart in the party, and I was just like, I ended up having to reset for some reason, and I was just like, this feels wrong. I guess I'll go get Shadowheart. Jeez. This is Baldur's Gate. Yeah, we're talking about Baldur's Gate again. But yeah, like, I got to that temple, and I'm just like, this feels like a Shadowheart plotline. I could do this without her. And then I, like, started going through it without her. I'm like, yeah, this doesn't feel right. Will is just a nice guy, but it sucks how most people just go, he's a bad companion because he's boring. Yeah, no, I feel like the poor lad's got the short end of the stick. He's just nice. He's nice. He's similar to Will. He's a nice guy in a shitty situation, and I want to know more about him. I want to know more about all the companions. Like, in my, in whatever run that I end up romancing Astarion in is probably going to be the run where I'm making some more morally questionable choices. So I'm probably going to be, like, running with Astarion, Will, and Shadowheart. Or, not Will. Astarion, Shadowheart, and Lae'zel. Because, like, Lae'zel is another. I've barely used her. But fighters in D&D are fucking great. I know because I'm playing one. He's just a nice little man. He is! He's a nice little man, and I like him. I just don't know very much about him. I would like to know more, and I will get there eventually. Like, I know that you can swap out your party members, and you don't have to use, like, the same party throughout the entire game, but it's just like, you know, it's my squad! That's my squad! I like getting my characters built and then just using them. It's like a Pokemon team, you know? You can't just swap out members. They're special. Seems to just be made to go completely against you for just being nice the whole game. So one thing that I've seen people on TikTok talk about doing is when they're trying to romance Astarion, but they still want to make the nice choices, they literally will just like, okay, we're walking into the grove and we're about to like say we're gonna rescue some orphans or whatever. We're gonna do some morally good choices. Hey, Astarion! Go pickpocket some dude. Go way over there and pickpocket some dudes. Because if he's not in the scene, he won't see you making nice choices. And then you won't get disapproval points for him. What I've heard is that, like, I don't want to look up a guide specifically because, you know, I just want to play the game the way I want to play the game, right? He likes it when you talk your way out of situations. He likes it when you're being a manipulative bitch. You don't have to be evil. You just have to be a little bit of an asshole. That seems to be the vibe that I am picking up from what he wants. But yeah, I've definitely seen several people who are just like, "Hey, Astarion, go. What's that over? Go do some pickpocketing on the other side of this room." And he'll be like, "Okay." And then you're like, "Okay, yes, we'll go save the orphans." But when we come back, you have to pretend. When he comes back, you have to pretend like we said no, that we're not going to save the orphans. And then Astarion comes back, he's like, "Hey, I just lifted a whole bunch of money off these people," and we're like, "Good job, Astarion. By the way, we're totally not going to save these orphans." Wink, and then you just walk away. And then you go save the orphans, and he doesn't have to know about it. Have you been being altruistic behind my back? I know, that's literally what it is. It's like, have you been being nice to people when I was off pickpocketing? And then you just kind of have to be like, yes. It's very funny. It's extremely funny. My biggest complaint with Baldur's Gate, though, my biggest complaint, is just the lack of customization for, like, character faces and body types. Because, like, you can change your hairstyle, and you can change your tiefling horn style, and you can do all this stuff. You're locked into, like, a small cluster of faces, and you have to pick one, and, like, if you're trying to play as a male character, every single character model is jacked. And I'm like, I don't want to be jacked, though. I don't want to be jacked. Like, you guys saw it when I was trying to make Vector for the stream on Monday. It's like, why are all the character models so jacked? I want to play a wafy little wizard, damn it. My small son, my boy. So, like, I tried to make Zephyr in the game, and what I ended up doing was, Zephyr, my D&D character, he's a changeling. You can't play a changeling in, Baldur's Gate. So I made him a tiefling. But, he is canonically, like, gender fluid anyway, because, you know, he's a shapeshifter. He's a girl some days, she's a girl in other days. Like, has a couple of disguises, but Zephyr's my favorite, because Zephyr's a tiefling, and I like tieflings, and I'm a sucker for the tiefling. So what I ended up doing was, I picked the quote-unquote female body type, and the female face, and one of the lower female voices, and just said, yeah, my character's non-binary, use they, them pronouns for me, KK. And so that's what I ended up doing, but I'm like, I still wasn't satisfied with that. Because I'm just like, this kind of works, but it's still not great. So I whinged about this a little bit in my friend's Discord group. And one of my friends who knows more about, like, modding and stuff has got, like, super into finding mods for Skyrim and things of that nature. She said that if she has time after I'm done streaming, she can show me how to download some mods some, like, better face mods so I can build the Zephyr of my dreams. And I'm like, yay, okay. I'm just like, I just need Zephyr to be pretty. Damn it, maybe get some better horns. Because Zephyr has, like, the twirly ram horns, but the ones in the game aren't great. And I've definitely seen a mod that has, like, some really nice and pretty ram horns with, like, jewelry hanging off them, and it's super pretty. It's very nice. The things I go through for my D&D characters. Came up with a very cool drow design yesterday, but chickened out and didn't play because it fits for a dirge playthrough, but the item I wanted to get for her needs good playthrough, but I want evil. See, I've seen people talking about the Dark Urge playthrough, and I do think it's really interesting, and I might want to try it someday. I'm very much the type who's like, yeah, I want to see, like, dialogue I wouldn't have normally seen, but then I can't be mean. I don't want to be mean. I want to be nice. I can't be mean to people. The closest I've ever gotten to doing an evil run in any game was I did like a mixed Paragon Renegade playthrough in Mass Effect, where it was mostly Paragon, but I still punched the reporter. That was like the extent. That was like the extent of how evil I was willing to be. It's like, I will punch this asshole, but I'm gonna be nice for the rest of the game. But yeah, all this to say is that at some point, there is definitely, Baldur's Gate 3, fan merch coming from yours truly at some point in the future. Because I want to draw them. I want to draw little thems! I want to draw little thems, dang it! I love they. I love the companions. I want to, like, you know, I want to play a little longer. I want to kind of, like, get into their personalities a little more so I can, you know, better choose, like, facial expressions and poses and stuff, etc. But yeah, I'm excited for the Zephyr playthrough that I'm doing because that's the one I'm going to be romancing Astarion in, number 1. He's not, like, even my favorite companion. Out of them, I would say, like, Will and Karlach are probably my favorite. I just think that Astarion is just he's such a creature to me. I just want to pick him up by the scruff of the neck and just look at him. Just be like, look at this wet cat of a man. He very much fits the archetype of character that Star kind of wants to bully. You know? I like a specific type. I have a type that I enjoy seeing on the screen. It's like, they might not be my favorite, but I do enjoy them. And he definitely fits on that chart. And also, it's just like, I've heard that his romance route does get really sweet, and I think he's an interesting character. I love it when they're sad. I love the sad boys. I can't help it. If they've got angst, I'm like, hello. Show me your trauma, baby. Hug it out. Have you played Genshin Impact? Unfortunately. I have not played it in a while. And I don't think I'm ever going back to it. Genshin Impact is a good game to play if you want a game that's just too much game. There's just... One of my biggest complaints with Genshin Impact is there is just too much of it. I don't mind it so much. It's just, there is so much of it. There is so much, and I am not good at games where they are too much. Also, I've got an entirely separate beef about marketing gacha games towards children and teens. Like, yeah, cool, let's give children a gambling addiction with gacha games. That's great. I got so frustrated about that, I made a whole sticker about it. Get the Genshin gambling addiction sticker on my store. I just got a bunch of restock in for that, like, yesterday. I told myself, I was like, okay, this sticker has probably run its course. I'm not gonna buy anymore. And then I sold like 20 of them at A-Fest, and I was like, okay, fine. Like, okay, fine. But yeah, the thing I like best about Genshin Impact is the character designs, but unfortunately that's about all I like about the game. I've seen you at 2 cons and the Genshin sticker is always sold out. It keeps happening. It keeps freaking happening. The people, they are so hungry for the stupid Genshin sticker. I'm just like, okay, just when I think I'm done with the Genshin sticker, it like gets popular again. And I'm like, god damn it. Stupid sticker! I will put half your face in shadow for the drama. For the drama, you see. But yeah, I've played a lot of gacha games before. I'm not playing any currently. And I've never spent money on a gacha game. Because A, I am a big old cheapskate. And B, I know that if I spend even $1 on like a mobile game or something, it's just gonna open the floodgates for me spending more money that I don't need to be spending. I like to be very careful with my money because I am in a career that is extremely unstable, and if I am not careful with my money, I can go broke extremely quickly. I am living life on hard mode, basically. I have a few things I do that make it easier. Gacha games and playing, like, the roulette with cute anime characters is not something that I am, like, gunning for anytime soon. I'm very good at avoiding the temptation. I'm just excited because I'm thinking, like, if I make Baldur's Gate 3 merch, then I can make... I've gotten so into, like... I talked earlier about how I just really like being efficient. That also extends to, like, my process of making things, right? So I think it's like, okay, if I make some Baldur's Gate 3, like, stickers and or keychains, if I make fan art, then I can also use the time lapse of that fan art and make it into like some YouTube shorts, and then that's things that I can do. It's like I get excited about making stuff for like the YouTube channel and my store and things. And it's funny because I was so burnt out for so long, but now that just like relief is on the horizon because my convention hiatus, like I got 2 more cons to do and then I'm on break for the foreseeable future. Minus like a 1 day, like not even a 1 day, like a 3, I got an email the other day inviting me to do like, hey, do you want to be a vendor at this like little itty bitty library con we're doing in April? There's not even a table fee. It's like in lieu of a table fee, just give us like a percentage of your earnings for the entire 3 hours that the quote-unquote con is gonna be. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll do that. But aside from that, I've got no cons in my foreseeable future, and I'm just like, my brain is already starting to relax. I can feel it relaxing because I can feel myself being like, oh, I want to draw stuff now. I want to draw more things. Yes, I love it when I'm motivated to draw things. And I mean, having a new thing to be excited about drawing also helps. Baldur's Gate has definitely just, like, enveloped my brain. But yeah. I get excited about drawing new things because then I can make things. I love it when things are multi-purpose. I get to draw these cute characters that I love very dearly, but then I also get to use that to make content and stuff for my YouTube channel and my TikTok and my other social media. And it's like, yes, yes, yes! I love it when things do more than one thing. My IRL Dandori, baby. Dandori is just the art of being efficient if you were not there for my Pikmin 4 playthrough. Dandori strong, baby. I strive to be efficient in all things, because if I am not, then my brain lights itself on fire. Yeah, I am just excited to have a break from cons, and then once I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. Like, once Kickstarter fulfillment is over for How to Webcomic, I'm just gonna have so much free time. If I'm not worried about, like, cons and making new merch all the time, I'm just gonna, like, what am I gonna do with all that free time? Because usually, you know, like, my weekly schedule is, Monday is sketching day, and that's when I sketch my comic pages, and then I stream. Tuesday is usually inking and flatting comic pages. And then Wednesday is like my rendering day that I render all my comic pages. And when I say all, I mean 2, because I do 2 pages a week, right? And so then by like Thursday, I'm like, I don't know what to do anymore. I have so much time on my hands. And like, there's usually other stuff. But, like, Thursday through Sunday is, like, kind of the off part of my week, where I just spend the extra time just, like, either working on con stuff or working on new merch or et cetera, et cetera. And now I'm just like, I'm gonna have so much room for activities in my schedule. That's so nice. I love activities. Oh, Thursday is also, like, every other Thursday we do have D&D, but I'm usually, like, if D&D ever hits a point where, like, I don't have to actively be paying attention, like, I'm not involved in the scene, I'm gonna doodle. I sometimes do work during D&D, like, if it's not something I need to be paying attention to, like, super duper actively. Like, if my character is not super involved in a scene, or we're in combat and I'm waiting a while for my character's turn to go, then I'll, like, just be working on some drawing or something in the background, but I don't do that too frequently, because I like to be focused when I'm playing Dungeons & Dragons. So much more time to play Baldur's Gate, right? So much room for activities. And yeah, like, that other extra time is gonna go towards, like, making new stuff for the YouTube channel, making more clips and things. That would be nice. I would love to have time to make some more edited clips and things for the channel. There's gonna be just so much room in my schedule for activities. I'm so excited. Such a nerd. I'm a workaholic, it's true, but it's just because I really enjoy what I do, damn it. My job is fun, and I like it, and I like doing it. I like to think that I'm decent at realizing it, like, seeing, you know, when I need to take a break for certain things, but recharge time is important. Do you ever get bored of that routine? Sometimes. Sometimes. But I mean, honestly, my routine gets shaken up enough with, like, conventions and stuff that it keeps me on my toes. I don't have time to get bored of the routine, I guess you could say. Because it's like, any time that the routine gets shaken up, then I have to spend, like, a whole week getting my stuff back in order. And that's one of the reasons why cons are so exhausting and why I'm trying to, like, take a break from them, is because every time I would do a con, it would throw off my schedule, and then I'd be behind for, like, a whole week. And then I have to spend a whole week after the, so like, whenever I do a con, it puts me, I'm only at the con for like 3 days, but then it throws me off for like an entire week, right? And that's the main reason why they're so exhausting. If it was just conventions and there was nothing else, it wouldn't be so tiring, but conventions throw off my groove so significantly that it's just like, whew boy. Have you ever met a fan who is doing Artist Alley? I've met, I don't know if they would qualify, I don't want to put the label fan on them for them, but I've definitely like had people come up to me at conventions who are also in the Artist Alley and say like, hey, I've watched your YouTube videos, or like, hey, I've seen your stuff online and I really like your art style. I've had like people like that, which I guess you would qualify as a fan, but like I said, I don't know how much they know is like, do you just like watch me casually or do you like actually really like my stuff? You know, I usually sometimes it's like, I don't want to assume, because you know, the word fan has connotations, right? Of like, I don't know. So the answer is like, yeah, I've met people who are doing Artist Alley and who also have like seen my videos, because I do videos about Artist Alley, and so they are my target audience. It was funny, one of the people I was sat next to at GalaxyCon actually knew who I was. So like there were 2 people sitting next to me at GalaxyCon, they were sharing a booth, and one of them came over, like chatted me up for a few minutes, and then like grabbed one of my business cards, took it back over to their table partner, and table partner looks at the business card, looks at me, and then it's just like, I know you, I watch your YouTube videos, and I was just like, oh, hi neighbor, you are next to me, hi. We talked a few more times over the weekend, so. Casual watchers are fans? I guess so. I guess you're right. Maybe I'm just taking the word fan too seriously. It's just weird to think that I have like fans. I don't know. It just feels weird sometimes. It just feels weird sometimes. Like true fact actually. I got a little emotional this afternoon actually. Cause I was just dicking around on Tumblr, and I found just randomly crashed my dashboard. just cast off fan art that I had never seen, just showing up in my recommended post on Tumblr, and I was like, hello? When did this get created? I never saw this. Hello? What is it? Who drew this? And then I ended up just like going on a little bit of a rabbit hole, because I knew that there were some pieces on Tumblr that I never reblogged to the cast off like Tumblr. And so I went like on a search, I went scavenging through the cast off tag on Tumblr, looking for like fan art that I had never reblogged. And then it just kind of hit me. It's like, oh my God, I have enough people doing fan art for me that I just queued up like 10 things. That's like 10. I have enough of an audience that there's people who are just like doing fan art and they're not even tagging it. Cause like I found some, like it wasn't even tagged with like the tags that I look through normally. It was just there. And I'm just like, I have enough of a following that people are making stuff, and it's just like, they're not even tagging me in it. They're just posting it because they drew it, and they're just doing it, and they're just drawing stuff. Oh my God. And maybe that just, I just get flustered. Start realizing she has a fandom. It's been it's like, I know, you know, but it's just weird to think about that there's enough people to qualify as a fandom, right? Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense, but it's just, it just blows my mind a little bit, because I've been working on this thing for so long, and it just doesn't feel real quite yet. It's like, I still see myself as just, you know, I am just a person. I am just a little guy who just draws little characters on the internet and posts them. And, like, I really am genuinely glad that so many people enjoy my comic. It just doesn't feel real sometimes. It's like, yeah, you know, I've got a couple people who, like, enjoy my work, and then I go on Tumblr and I see that, like, there's actually... I found out that there's, like, actually cast-off fanfiction on AO3, like, some genuinely, like, written fanfiction that's not for the memes. There is, like, some actual fanfiction there, and people are leaving comments on it. Just, like, talking about it is like, oh my gosh, I love this comic, and this fanfiction is really good. And I'm just like, I didn't even know this was here. I didn't even know this was here! And it's just, like... One of the negatives of having been done this for so long is, I worry that I've kind of gotten a little bit desensitized to it. Because, like, I don't want to say this, I'm going to say this and it's going to sound like I don't appreciate my fans, and I absolutely do, that's not what I'm trying to say. It's just that, like, you know, when you're first starting... Here, let me put it this way. When you're first starting YouTube, getting a video that hits, like, 10 views feels amazing. But then as you go on, you, like, start to get more and more subscribers, and then you have a video that hits 100 views, and then that feels amazing. And so then the video that only hit 10 views, well, you're like, oh, well, I mean, that used to make me really excited, but, you know, like, I'm doing, like, there's more now. And then you have videos that hit 1,000 views, and you're like, if I had a video that only hit 10 views, I would be kind of upset. But that used to make you super duper excited, but you kind of like, you kind of get a little bit desensitized to it, and your perspectives kind of change over time. And this isn't the perfect metaphor, but it's just like I used to jump out of my chair and, like, do laps around my apartment every single time that I got a new piece of fan art, because it happened so infrequently. And, like, I still get excited about fan art, but it's not, like, as much as I used to. Like, each new piece of fan art is not as big of a deal as it used to be. And I'm really frustrated by that. It's like, I see my attitude changing, and I genuinely hate that it is. Because I appreciate, like, all this fan art, and it's just like, my brain just doesn't get the same rush of dopamine it used to get. And it's... I don't know, I was going somewhere with this, and I lost the train of thought. I guess what I was gonna say is, like, it hasn't hit me in a while as hard as it used to. It's like, oh my god, this is actually a thing. The people like my work this much. Like, I kinda got a new wave of that today. Right? Where it's like, I haven't felt this excited about, like, new fan works for my series in a little bit. But just for some reason, it just hit me all at once, like this afternoon, and I was just like, oh my god. It's like, I don't want to be desensitized to it, because that shit's still exciting. It's really exciting. I get so excited every time I get a new piece of fan art. It's like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. What the heck? You spent your time drawing this thing, and that's adorable. But it's just like, I just get frustrated when I feel myself getting desensitized to it, because I don't want it to be, right? It's like, ah. There's a psychological term for that loop. Well, tell me the name of it, because I don't have a therapist or anything, but I feel like this is something I would definitely, if I had a therapist, this is something that I would talk to them about. Because it's, like, genuinely frustrating that I can feel it happening. And I'm like, how do I stop myself from getting desensitized to, like, having this community? Because it's amazing, and I want to, like, feed my energy back into it. It's just, I don't know. Because it feels like you're underappreciating it. Yeah, that's kind of a good way to put it. It's like, I don't want to get desensitized to this amazing stuff that, like, my fan base is making, because then it feels like I'm not appreciating it as much. And I do appreciate it. I genuinely do. Like, some of you guys are really freaking talented. All of you guys are really freaking talented, but, like, some of the pieces that I've seen have, like, blown me away. And they're just, like, they're just posting it not even tagging it, like, on Tumblr. I don't even know how it came across my dash because, like, it wasn't tagged. And I was just like, people are just drawing this and they don't even care about me seeing it. They're just doing it. And that's cool! You're noticing that you're getting desensitized and you don't like it. That shows you really care about your fan. That means more than anything, IMO. Well, I'm glad that you think so. That's a good way of putting it. I'm glad, because, like, I don't know. It's just genuinely something that frustrates me. Is like, because, you know, I don't want to get desensitized to it because people have been so kind, and people have been making, like, such amazing things for the comic, and, like, being so nice and leaving, like, the nicest comments. I've been having, like, so many new people joining the Discord. And I want to be able to fully appreciate every single person that loves my series. And it just feels like it's getting harder because I'm getting used to it and it frustrates me. Right? I don't want to get used to it. I want this to feel like a new special thing every time something cool happens. Maybe it just happens when you have too much on your mind. Yeah, maybe. I am definitely very distracted right about now. Got a lot of stuff in the brain. You girlie's a little bit overworked, one might say. But again, I am taking efforts not to be. So, we'll see. I don't know. Am I getting too real on stream? Is this getting too real? Should we change topics? Should we change topics? This feels like maybe it's getting a little bit too real. Have a sip of my water. Hashtag real talk, yeah, seriously. Yeah, the motivational music. Listen, this is just my Stream Jams playlist. It's mostly video game remixes. So how about that local sports team? Oh, great, brother's here. He just heard all that. Hi, brother. Hi. You here for the hashtag real talk? Getting hashtag real about it. It's funny, I actually do have local sports team drama that I can discuss. not like super, it's not local to me, but it's local to, like, people who are in my zone of orbit. So I talked about on a I don't remember which video I talked about this on, but I've said in a video how last time I went to AWA, the con kind of got, like, I didn't perform as well at that con as I wanted to because the baseball World Series was happening right next door to the con, and so a lot of convention attendees couldn't find parking and therefore could not make it to the convention. And I was complaining, it's like, stupid baseball ruined my anime convention, how dare you? And so I'm planning on going out to AWA again this year. And I was talking to my good Atlanta friend, Sarah, who I will be staying with. And she says, oh yeah, ticket prices might be expensive because the Braves are doing really well this year. And some folks are expecting they might make it to finals. And I'm like, no, not again. Not baseball again. No, stupid baseballs. And so now we've all just formed, like, this collective, like, prayer circle that the Braves get taken out and they don't make it to finals so that they don't ruin Anime Weekend Atlanta again by being right across the street from the venue. It's like, stupid baseball! Stupid local sports team, I hate you! Get out of here! You're gonna ruin my anime convention again. Again! So yeah, I actually do have some quote-unquote local sports team drama. We hate baseball here. Stupid baseball. Me and all my homies hate baseball. Because of the one time that baseball ruined an anime convention. It didn't ruin it. It just made it not as fun as it could have been, and it's frustrating, you know. Stupid baseball. I'm getting like trauma flashbacks. Not again. Not again. Not the stupid baseball shit again. Baseball enjoyers DNI. Do not interact if you're a baseball liker. Get out of here. We hate baseball in this chat. Yeah, that's my local sports team story. Baseball trauma, yep. My other baseball-related trauma is here. We're bringing it back to Genshin Impact. So there was that meme going around in the Genshin fandom for a while that Child really likes baseball. He really likes the Mets. He's like, it's all about the Mets. Let's go Mets. Hit a home run. Yeah, go Mets. It was like a big joke in the fan base for like a couple months. To the point where I actually I made myself a fake Mets jersey, and I put like Tartaglia on the back for like my character number, or my player number, or whatever, character number, baseball, whatever. So I made like this fake jersey, and I wore it to a con like a little bit late, for that meme, like a little bit past its time. And then someone came up to me in the artist alley. It was like, oh my god, are you a Mets fan? And I had to explain to him that no, I was cosplaying a shitpost. And he was really disappointed and he didn't get it. And I'm like, yeah, I think it's time to retire this cosplay. Hedonic treadmill. The desire part doesn't seem to be fully evident here, but the progressive desensitization reminded me of it. I'm gonna look that up real quick. I'm gonna go and look that up real quick. See if that applies. I guess my other traumatic baseball moment would be I almost killed my softball coach. Psychological theory that suggests that humans have a tendency to return to a relatively stable level of happiness or subjective well-being despite changes in their circumstances or external conditions. I mean, that kind of fits. That kind of fits. You need to do some more reading on it, but it kind of fits. I'm cosplaying a shitpost. I mean, I did, is the thing, is I was cosplaying a shitpost, but the poor guy just did not get it. He just would not take the hint that, like, no, I don't like baseball. But he was like, but you're wearing a jersey. I'm like, yes, I know. It's a meme. This is not like an actual jersey. I made this at home. I'm cosplaying a shitpost, my guy. I just felt kind of bad. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna not wear this cosplay anymore. I went back to the hotel room and changed after that interaction. It's like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna be civilian clothes for the rest of the day. Like, I think I'm done cosplaying for today. Goes back to the hotel room and change so I can avoid further baseball interactions. Star casually drops lore that she almost killed someone and then just completely moves past the topic. Yup. Can we get softball coach context? No. No. This is just me being coy. It's like, nah. Nah. There's not a whole lot of context, honestly. It's like, it's definitely not worth being its own video or anything. It's like, it's literally just, I threw a ball wrong and it almost killed my it almost killed my coach because it almost just brained him right in the fucking face. He had to do like, you know that move they do in drag where it's like the dead drop? where you just like, your leg gives out from underneath you and you just slam onto the ground. He had to do that to avoid getting like several brain cells removed by this ball that I threw wrong. The most aggressive fall I've ever seen a man undo. He was just like, he saw the baseball and he was on the floor. I was very upset after that because, you know, I was just so the way they taught us to like throw the balls was different from how the pitchers threw it. Because when I was in softball in middle school, they would pitch it underhand, but we were supposed to throw it overhand. It's like, well, I want to try doing the underhand way, the underhand pitch. And so I tried the underhand pitch, and it went like wildly away from where I was aiming to where my softball coach was walking. And he just saw a baseball flying right for his face, and he just hit the ground. He was like, wha boom! And it just like, it barely missed him. And I was just like, oh my god, I'm so sorry! He's like, it's okay, it didn't hit me. But I was just, I cried. I was so like, oh my god, help us, kill me, coach, oh my god. He's like, it's okay, get back to practice. And I was just like, no, I'm so sorry, Yeah, I've got a couple stories of when I was a softball child, back when I was still trying to do sports. My parents made me do like every sport at least once, it felt like, because they, you know, just kept trying to find some, like, a physical activity that I would get interested in. I did karate for a year, I did gymnastics for a year, I did softball for a year and a half. I just never really got into anything until I joined color guard when I was in high school. And then I turned into a jock. I mean, I've joked about this, but I was kind of like a little bit of a jock in high school. I wore workout clothes to school every day because I didn't want to have to change when it was time for guard practice. Do a sports horror story video. I could definitely do like it wouldn't all be horror stories, but I could definitely do like just stories of my childhood sports experience. I'm writing that down. That would actually make a fun video. Where's my video template on Trello? I can spell. Cool. It has been jotted down. I just remember when I was in high school, I wouldn't have considered him my friend, but I had, there was this guy that was friends with a couple of my friends. And, I remember he was on the football team, but he wasn't like, he was a bench warmer on the football team, we'll put it that way. We'll put it that way, and that will be the kind way of saying it. And, but I remember one time he and I got into a fight about which was more difficult, like playing football or being in the marching band. He was like, yeah, all you do is you walk around and play instruments. That's not hard. In football, you actually have to like tackle people and be like physically aggressive with them. And I'm like, you can't really compare them to two entirely separate things. Yeah, football, you just run at people and you throw stuff, but marching band is all about precision. And you have to be extremely good at like working with, in my high school's cases, hundreds of other people, and if you fuck up, you're gonna fuck up everybody else. It's like, it's precision and timing and being able to play. I mean, I was in color guard, so I didn't play an instrument, but like, in my case, I was running around the field and dancing. It's still very physically exerting, and he just was not having it. It's like, yeah, it's easy. All you do is walk around. And I'm like, ugh, I hate this guy. I hated his guts, but I never said that to him because I didn't actually have to interact with him that often. I was just like, ugh. It's like comparing apples and oranges, because, like, you know, football is difficult because, you know, it's a very physically exerting activity, and you also have to, like, strategize about it. Yeah, I get that. You have to be, like, you know, you have to have critical thinking in the moment if you want to, you know, like, make plays that are going to help your team win. Yes. Marching band is all about, like, it's a completely different skill set. You can't really compare them. I would argue that I feel like marching band is definitely more of a brain and stamina related activity, whereas football is like, you're active, and then you get like a couple seconds of break, and then you get like, you know, between plays, you get like a couple seconds of like cooldown. Marching band, you have to be on for like 7 to 9 minutes. Of extremely precision work, precision timing, while, like, maintaining breath control. And you have to be on for the entire performance, because you're putting on a show, right? Completely different skill set. And it's like, you can't compare the two. They're completely different. Like, they are both physically exertive? I don't know. They are both physical activities. But I would argue they are different enough that you can't really compare, like, which one is harder than the other. Honestly, between the two, I would say marching band is probably harder. Because of the amount of control you have to put into it. You go on the pitch, run around for about 10 minutes, then have to sit down while the other half of the team has a turn, rinse, repeat. Yeah, basically. Oh man, someone tried to start a fight with me on TikTok over something similar. Because I said I was talking, it was like in a comment on one of my TikToks that I posted, which was the same as like one of my shorts. And I said, it's like, yeah, I would say that making comics is a lot harder than just writing. Because it is. And someone tried to comment, like, tried to start shit with me in my comments. They were like, you can't just say that writing is harder than that making a comic is harder than just writing. What do you mean just writing? Writing is hard too, and if I had a snappy comeback to that, it would have been, yeah, writing is difficult. Writing, you just have to write. Comics, you have to write and draw. Comics are, like, even if you're putting it in, like, the most simple definition, that's still more things you have to do. So yes, I would argue, if you are doing all the steps, if you are writing and drawing, that yes, making comics is harder. And I know this because I do both. Making comics is way fucking harder than just writing prose. I didn't say that, though, because like I said, the most neutral path is to just leave them on red and not start a fight. People have tried to bait me into fights, and I just never take it because I have other things that I need to do. It's like, yeah, I'm not gonna get into this with you. I am just a little guy, and I am just a little guy with better things to do than fight about this with you on the internet. So I don't think I deleted that comment. I think I just didn't respond to it. Everyone in my chat agreeing with me that comics are harder. Thank you. You guys get it. That said, I'm not trying to say that writing isn't difficult. It is. Like, one of the reasons I don't write prose as much is because writing prose is hard, and I'm not as good at it as I am, like, just writing a script and putting pictures to it. Writing is still hard. I am not saying that it's not. I am just saying making comics is harder. Because there's more things you have to do. Like, you can be an amazing writer and not know how to lay out a comic page and not know how to draw a comic page. It's like, comics is writing plus knowing how to draw plus knowing how to visually tell a story, which is an entirely different set of skills from just knowing how to draw. It's why when you're trying to apply for comics jobs, you don't just want to show a bunch of like pinups and just illustrations of characters. Because the most important thing about comics is using your art to tell a story. And if your visual storytelling is not strong enough for that, you're gonna have a hard time making comics. Debate me bro guys are so cringy, so hungry for attention. Yeah, I just completely ignore them because it's like, I have better things to do with my life than to get engaged in a fight on the internet. I am so not a fight on the internet person. Because it's just like, what's the point? This will not lead to anything productive for either of us, so I'm not even gonna do this with you. Doesn't matter what the topic is. I don't want to fight about it, so I'm not going to. Have a nice rest of your day. Peace. Especially when you can tell that people are coming at you in bad faith and they don't actually want to consider like changing their viewpoint. They just want to yell at somebody. Have you ever gotten yelled at on Twitter? Oh yeah, I just ignore them though. I've definitely gotten like people giving me shit on Twitter. I just ignore them. I block them and ignore them because they are not worth my time or the mental energy. I just say bye, and I don't talk to them anymore. 'Cause I ain't got time for that shit. Twitter is a toxic hellscape, and I choose not to perceive it. Most recent time I can remember someone like trying to give me shit on Twitter specifically was I forget what exactly it was. Oh, you know, it was definitely one of my videos about making custom brushes. And I compared it to like, you know, like making custom brushes, it's just, it helps make things more efficient. You know, it's like, it's not, I would not consider using custom brushes cheating. It's just a way to make yourself more efficient. Especially if you make the brushes yourself. And so I compared it to, it's like, yeah, you don't have to use custom brushes, but if you can get the same result by using a custom brush and it takes like a fifth of the time, then actively pursuing like not using a custom brush is a little bit wasteful in my opinion. And so I made the comparison that like using a custom brush is like using a broom to sweep your floor. Or like using a car to get places. It's a tool, right? It's a tool to help make your life easier. And someone quote retweeted me with like, that's the worst fucking argument I've ever heard. Those things are it does not work at all. And this is laughably, I don't remember what they said. It was so long ago and I basically completely ignored them. But it was just like, they were extremely salty that I would even suggest that custom brushes were, you know, just like a tool to make your life easier. And they were just like, what the fuck? No. And I just didn't even engage with it at all. Because my thing is, I don't get notifications on Twitter unless the person follows me. So if someone who doesn't follow me responds to one of my posts, I literally do not see it. Unless I go like digging through the notes of that post. And this person in question who was trying to start shit with me did not follow me. So I did not see. Sounds like you found a sea lion. What's that? I feel like that's a metaphor for something. I feel like I've heard that used before, but I don't remember exactly what it refers to. It just barks at you? Amazing. Incredible. 10 out of 10. Meme from a comic, someone who argues in bad faith. Yeah. I don't know. In that specific instance, I didn't specifically think it was like a bad faith argument. It was just a bad argument. Hey, are you a microwave? Because, when you see a bad take. Posted comic in general. Oh, in the Discord? Let me see. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I've seen this. I'm not gonna post it into my thing, but, cause then I'll have to just cut it out of the time lapse. It'll be annoying. But yeah, I have seen. Sea lioning actually has a wiki page. Yeah, I knew it was a thing. I just couldn't remember exactly what it referred to, but I have seen that comic before. So glad you ignore the haters. Yeah, it's like, my thing is, if I wanted to, I could very easily attain clout from the sick clapbacks dunking on the stupid people in my comment section. If I wanted to, I could do that. But that just brings like such a vibe of negativity that I'm not especially interested in. I just want to have good vibes and draw, you know? I don't want to argue with randos on Twitter. I don't even know who they are. Why would I waste my valuable... I only have so much time on this earth. I don't want to spend a significant portion of it arguing with strangers on the internet. Why do I care about their opinions? I've never met these people. Who are they? The same reason I don't give a shit about actors. I see them in a movie. That's cool. They did a good job at that movie. I enjoyed that movie. I don't need to know about their personal lives. Why do so many people care? I just saved my sick dunks for my friends. Yeah. It's like, I literally do not care about like celebrity gossip and shit. It's like, I don't even know who these people are. I don't know who they are. Yeah, maybe they were in a movie or they made a song once that a lot of people liked. I don't care about, like, I don't care about them as a person. Who are they? Who are these people? I don't know. Why do we care so much? I genuinely could not give less of a shit about like celebrities. I'm just like, I just simply do not care. I just do not care. You could not pay me to care about like celebrity gossip and shit. Yeah, they're Spider-Man. These people, they are all Spider-Man to me. Thank you for referencing my own joke. I don't know who these people are. They're all Spider-Man to me. If you were not here when I explained my Spider-Man joke, it's because I have like, I'm not like actually face blind. I'm just really bad at remembering faces. To the point where like, if they were not in a like I can, for whatever reason, like I have an easier time, like I can remember all the people who've played Spider-Man. Except there was a specific instance that I don't feel like going into at this exact moment, but basically a friend sent me a picture of an actor and I thought it was, what's his face from the Spider-Man movie, Tobey Maguire. I thought it was Tobey Maguire. It was not. It was Joaquin Phoenix, a person who I still don't entirely know what he looks like aside from one GIF. And I'm like, oh, it's Spider-Man. And so now it's just, the joke is that anytime I see a male celebrity that I do not recognize, it's Spider-Man. I don't know these people. They are all Spider-Man to me. You're a specialized, only recognized Spider-Man actors. Yes. It's not Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man. You are so correct, though. Who? Spider-Man. You play Joker, but Joker and Spider-Man are basically the same. How dare you slander Spider-Man in such a way? How dare you? I actually do genuinely enjoy Spider-Man. Definitely my favorite of the Marvel characters. Also, the only Marvel character I give even a little bit of a shit about. Anytime you mention an actor to my brother-in-law, he says, was she in Avatar? Amazing. Yeah, that's me. Were they in Spider-Man? Then I don't know. Because, like, I can remember actors if you can tell me a thing that they were in that I would recognize, but just, like, just an actor? I don't fucking know who they were. I don't fucking know. I'm horrible at remembering faces, especially people I don't interact with on a regular basis. They are all Spider-Man to me. They are all Spider-Man to me. Oh my god, she got the Phoenix Wright shape on her earrings. It's a sign! Robert Downey Jr.? No, it's Spider-Man. They are all Spider-Man to me. The real Spider-Man was the friends we made along the way. God, I wish I was friends with Spider-Man. I wish! But yeah, it's just funny that there's like so many like film franchises and such that people would consider, it's like, oh my god, you have, it's like, yeah, it's a freaking cultural phenomenon. I'm just like, I don't care. It's just like, I don't know, it's just, it being a cultural phenomenon does not automatically create interest in my brain. Like, the last Marvel movie I watched that was not one of the Spider-Verse films was the first Avengers movie. And that was in college. It's been nearly 10 years since I have watched a Marvel movie that was not Into the Spider-Verse, because I fucking love Into the Spider-Verse. And I watched the new Spider-Verse movie too. Spider-Verse is literally the only Marvel thing I care about. Everything else is just like, I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care. If it's not Spider-Man, I don't give a shit. But like, I know that there's even been like new live-action Spider-Man movies. I haven't watched them. I don't give a shit. I like the animated Spider-Mans. I don't care about these other guys. Marvel movies, I don't give a shit. Iron Man, who the fuck? I don't care. I just do not give a shit about mainstream media. It's like Game of Thrones, I don't know, I watched like 2 episodes of it with my mom, because I just happened to be in the room when she was watching it, and she mostly complained about the quantity of sex scenes, specifically because she's like, I don't care about sex scenes, but that wasn't in the book. They just put that in there because it's HBO. And I'm like, okay, Mom. Like, I never watched Game of Thrones. Don't give a shit about Game of Thrones. Star Wars? The fuck is a Star War? I watched the prequels when they were in theaters because my dad took me. But like, I don't fucking care about Star Wars. I've watched the first one, like the old one, like the first trilogy. I've watched parts of a lot of Star Wars films, but I don't know if I've ever seen a full Star Wars movie that was not one of the prequels that I watched in theaters. Prequels are not great. I mean, I liked what I saw of A New Hope. Is that 4? Is that the 4th Star Wars movie? I don't remember the titles. Is that it? I always thought that A New Hope sounded like the title for a movie that was the last in the series, so I always thought that was the 6th one, but I don't think it is. New Hope is 4? Okay, then yeah, I've seen bits of that one, and I liked what I saw, but I did not watch the entire thing. New Hope is number 4. Okay, thank you for the confirmation, brother. See, brother knows things. Just mention you don't care about Star Wars, and the algorithm would skyrocket the engagement sky high. I don't care about Star Wars. Where's my free engagement? Give it to me. Pay attention to me because I don't like Star Wars. It's not that I don't like it. It's just that I don't care. That's my thing with like most massive media franchises. Like, it's not that I don't like it. It's just that I don't care. That's my thing with Marvel movies, like the whole Marvel Cinematic movies. Not that I don't like it. I just don't care. Haven't seen most of them. Don't like it when a movie franchise makes me do homework. Star Wars, Game of Thrones. What other popular things do I not care about? I feel like I sound like a hipster a lot of the time. Because I just don't like a lot of stuff that's really mainstream. But I think that just I have very different tastes from the general public. I'm just trying to think of like what anime do a lot of people really like that I really didn't care about. I really liked My Hero Academia in the first season when it was more just about Deku and All Might. And then when it became less about them and more about the whole ensemble cast, I stopped caring. I never watched. I read up to like chapter 100 or so. But I only watched the first season of My Hero Academia. Because like once it stopped being about just Deku and like All Might as a mentor, I stopped caring. Demon Slayer, I have tried to get into Demon Slayer like several times. I just can't get into Demon Slayer. Guys, why do so many people like Demon Slayer? It's not that good. It's not that good. I've tried to watch it. The pacing is so wacky. And it's just not good, you guys. Like, it's real pretty. The animation is gorgeous, and the art style is what I kept drawing me back and kept, like... I tried to watch Demon Slayer because I really liked the art style, but the story is just not that interesting. And there's a video from like a smaller anime YouTuber that I really like, that I watched. And like, I haven't watched enough of the show to like fully understand most of the points he was making, but I was like, yeah, it tracks. That tracks. And if I had watched the show, I probably would have been annoyed with the same thing. Here, what the fuck is his name? I'm gonna link you guys this video. I'm gonna link a smaller creator. I cannot remember his fucking username though. I know I'm subscribed to him though. One sec. Here he is. Here's the Demon Slayer video. Well, bam. There. Everybody go watch that video. Stop, Star, I love Demon Slayer so much. I don't. I have to speak my truth here. I thought it was boring and badly paced. Here we have our lead female character. Also, we have her gagged so she can't speak. No, that's like... Yeah, what the fuck was that about? Like, the whole thing with Nezuko is just fucking weird. She feels like she has no agency. Whatever the fuck is his name, blonde boy character is just fucking annoying. Tanjiro's whole personality is just that he is a good boy. He does not seem to have any really notable character flaws. Again, I haven't watched very much of it, but I just... The pacing is wacky in Demon Slayer because the creator was rushing it because of chronic illness. For the entire thing? These are issues that pop up in, like, the 4th episode. Like, these are issues I've had since, like, the very beginning of the story. Another one I don't like but everyone else likes is Chainsaw Man. I admit, I stayed up to date on Chainsaw Man. I'm not, like, crazy about it. I didn't hate it, though. I don't necessarily understand all the praise it gets, but you know what? I don't hate it. It's pretty good. I don't regret watching it or anything. It's a little weird at points, but I think like some of the devil designs are pretty creative. Makima's hot. It's not like my favorite show in the world. The theme song's really good though. Danganronpa. I read the translations for Danganronpa when, like, before it was localized. I just like the murder game genre. Danganronpa itself is a little much for me at times. I would say that I enjoyed it as I was partaking in it, but I would definitely not consider myself like a member of the fandom or anything. I cosplayed it once, mostly because my friends and I were doing a group, and I like Kitty Giddy, and I like her design, so. Naruto I could never get into. I watched a little bit of Naruto when it was first coming out on Cartoon Network. But I never really got into it the way a lot of my friends did. What are some other popular things that I can say that I'm bored by and piss you guys off? I mean, for a lot of, like, mainstream stuff, my biggest thing is just gonna be I haven't seen it because it wasn't something I was interested in watching. Spy Family, I watched a couple episodes and I got bored. I thought the setup was interesting. It couldn't keep my attention past, like, episode 3. I got to the episode where they did, like, the whole, like, heist in a castle thing. And I got bored and I never finished that episode. Jujutsu. Oh yeah, I have some spicy take about Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't like it. It annoys me, frankly. And I watched the first 12 episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen because everyone I talked to said that they loved it so much. And it literally made me rage quit the show. I rage quit watching the show because I do not like it. Nope. No. No. I tried. I really did. I gave it a good shake because I thought that it looked interesting. I genuinely did want to watch it and I wanted to get into it. I couldn't do it. Jujutsu Kaisen pissed me off and I can never go back. I don't like Jujutsu Kaisen, can you tell? I don't want to talk about exactly why. Because it is technically spoilers, but it's spoilers for like the first half of the first season. I got up to exactly... So, my thing with Jujutsu Kaisen, with as few spoilers as possible, is that I was not especially into any of the characters. Up until one point where they introduce a character who I think is actually going to be cool and interesting, and he's got like some interesting stuff going on, and I'm interested to see where his story goes, and he dies. He dies. You get to know this character for like 2 episodes, and then he just fucking dies. And I was like, oh, well, that was the only character I cared about. And he's dead now, so I don't think I care anymore. But I will continue watching, because at some point, there's going to be some emotional payoff. So, okay, fine. Minor spoilers for Jujutsu Kaisen. The main character at some point dies, but then he doesn't. And they don't tell the rest of the cast right away that he is dead, that he is actually still alive. They kind of keep it secret for a couple episodes. So I kept watching because I was expecting an emotional payoff for this. Like, oh boy, I can't wait for them to finally reunite, and then all the other characters find out that he's not actually dead, and I can't wait for that emotional payoff. They find out he's not dead, and literally no one gives a shit. They're like, oh my god, you're not actually dead. Anyway, it's Thursday, a completely normal day, back about whatever the fuck we were doing. And I was so fucking mad that I stopped watching in the middle of the episode because of that. I got so mad, I just turned the show off and I never watched it again. I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You spent like 6+ episodes leading up to this emotional character moment, and there's like no reaction. There is like no reaction from any of these characters. And I just got so frustrated, I just straight up turned the show off and I never watched it again. That's my beef with Jujutsu Kaisen. In a nutshell. It's like complete disregard for any kind of emotional payoff. It's like if you fumble the very first bit of emotional payoff this early on, how can I trust you with any more emotional moments? I just don't like shonen in general. Like, in general, I don't get along. Like, shonen and I don't get along. Do you like One Piece? I watched One Piece when it was done by 4Kids on Cartoon Network, and I didn't watch much more than that. I do not have a whole lot of experience with One Piece. I don't have anything against it. It's just not for me. That's me with most shonen. Assassination Classroom, never watched it. Owl House, need to finish it. I enjoy it. It's not like my favorite thing in the universe. It's like, I like it. It's a fun show. I enjoy it. I'm not like crazy into it or anything though. But yeah, like most shonen anime is just like, Because I'm a person who likes, you know, emotional stuff and like emotional bonding and like characters that like really get along. It's like, I'm okay with like battle stuff, but it's not really what like gets me going, you know? Shonen needs more drama. I would agree, but I know a lot of people would not agree, so who knows? Thoughts on Ruby? Ooh, Seven, you are going down a dangerous rabbit hole here. I watched the first 3 seasons. My thing with Ruby is I think the show definitely peaked in season 3. After season 3, I just kind of, my interest piddled away and I just kind of stopped caring. I don't think I've watched past act or like season, how far did I watch? I got to the point where they stole the airship and I thought that was an extremely silly thing. And it just got to a point where I'm just like, I don't care about this anymore. And so I just kind of, it went out with a real whimper in my mind. I'm just like, I don't think I care about this show anymore. I'm just kind of bored by everything that's happening. Because they had a lot of like, it had kind of a rough start. And the opening wasn't great. And it just felt like weirdly paced and like their focus was kind of all over the place. But you know, like aesthetically, I really like Ruby. Like aesthetically, it's an amazing show. Like I love all the outfits. I love the weapon designs. I love the fight choreography. I love like that aspect of the show. But the actual plot is not great. But I mean, you know, like in season 3, it actually started getting legitimately good and I was excited for where it was going. I'm like, okay, this is cool. You're like, we're actually like doing interesting things with these characters now. All right. And then start of season 4, it's just, it all kind of, I'm like, well, I don't know if I care anymore. So I haven't really watched much past that. It's like, I don't hate it. I haven't watched most of it. It just kind of got boring. That's how I go out on a lot of shows, to be honest. It's just like, not with a bang, but with an, this isn't really doing anything for me anymore. I love how things change post Volume 3. That's where it picked up for me. Interesting. We have very different tastes. My one other thing I will say about Ruby is that how dare they steal Vector? I can't believe that Oscar and Vector are just the same character. Oh boy. But yeah, I kind of stopped keeping up with Ruby. So it's just like, I don't really care anymore. What's an anime that you really recommend? Ooh, I've got a list, yeah. If you want something short and sweet that's gonna make you want to like just very tense plot twisty, and you don't mind a show that has a little bit of a weak ending, Erased is one of my favorites. I love Erased. Like genuinely extremely compelling storytelling all the way up until the last like quarter of it. It kind of flubs the ending a little bit, but it's one of those ones where like the journey is more important than the destination, right? What are your thoughts on Trigun? I watched the new series. I haven't watched the original. Vash is a baby girl. It's weird because like I don't have any strong feelings either way on Trigun. I was really into it for the first couple of episodes, and then the middle of that season was just kind of, just stuff is happening, and I don't really know it's just stuff is happening. But then the last episode was fucking sick. The last episode of the new Trigun was fucking sick, and I loved every second of it. I'm like, oh, this is actually like rad. Other shit to watch. If you want to fucking cry and just, like, regain some faith in humanity, go watch A Place Further Than the Universe. Genuinely amazing show. Like, extremely well-written characters on that show. I cry every time I watch it, but I would not consider it a sad show. It's just, like... It's sort of a slice of life, but it's sort of not. It's about a group of high school girls who go on, like, this Antarctic expedition. But there's character reason for it, and all the characters in the cast are just so well written. It's a phenomenal show. Highly recommend it. Place Further Than the Universe is what it's called, if you missed me saying it earlier. What are some others? I mean, Full Metal Alchemist is a given, right? FMA is a fucking classic, and if you haven't seen it, you have to. The original has some good moments. I would recommend Brotherhood, though. Brotherhood is like the updated version that follows the manga closer, and it overall is better storytelling. I'm reading down this list, and I have not watched most of these. Yeah, with Full Metal Alchemist, it's like, I've heard that what some people do, like a friend of mine told me about her method of watching the show, is you watch the original Full Metal Alchemist up to like episode 20-something, up until the point where they meet Greed, and like the whole Devil's Nest thing, and then you switch over to Brotherhood, and you watch Brotherhood from there. Because the pacing is better in the first part of the series than the original. But Brotherhood overall has a better story arc and better storytelling past that point. Just because they were trying to, like, kind of speed through the stuff that was covered in the original anime, and the Brotherhood kind of suffers for it. But I heard somewhere that does cause, like, a slight plot hole with, like, where Scar is during all that time. So I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I could see it. Have you watched Parasite? I have watched most of Parasite. I thought it was interesting, I was into it, and I was very into the first section of Parasite. Once main character, whatever the fuck his name is, I don't remember. Once he went through that arc where he kind of, like, loses his emotion, and he's not, like, a nervous mess anymore. Once he loses his personality, I stop caring about him as a character, and therefore do not care about the show. That is my take on Arcane. Or that's my take on Parasite. Sorry, I was reading the chat. Arcane is very good. I'm excited for the second season. Arcane is just freaking gorgeous, too. I don't know what a League of Legends is. Vivai is my favorite. She's pretty and she punches people. She actually has a similar arc to Ariana. No, I'm not biased. I'm not biased. I'm not biased at all. What are you talking about? I like punchy girls. You can't take this away from me. Thoughts on G-Witch or She-Ra? G-Witch I haven't watched. She-Ra I've watched most of the first season, but it was one of those shows where, like, I got bored and then something shiny appeared on my screen and I watched that instead and I never came back to it. I got up to the point in She-Ra where, like, Entrapted disappears. I don't think I watched too much. No, did I finish the... I think I finished the first season technically, but I did fall asleep, like, during the last couple of episodes, and I napped through the last couple episodes, and then I was like, oh man, I should go back and rewatch what I missed. And I just wasn't feeling it. Is this just me? This whole conversation is just me pointing out how picky I am, isn't it? Oh no, I'm picky. Oh jeez. Yeah, I just didn't get super invested in She-Ra. I don't know. I'm not the target audience for that show. I was just like, it's fine. I don't hate it. It's just not for me, I don't think. Thoughts on Hellsing? Haven't watched it. Dragon Prince? Haven't watched it. No thoughts. I don't form opinions on shows unless I have watched them myself. Or at least I try not to. I also just, in general, have trouble keeping up with series that are longer than, like, a season or two. So that also causes problems for me. Like, your show is longer than 24 episodes, do not expect me to watch it. I can't keep up with that. I have trouble getting through a 12-episode show these days. Stranger Things, watched the first season, thought it was interesting, didn't think it needed to go past that. I liked the first season, I didn't watch anything past it because I didn't think it was necessary personally. I don't think it needed to end on a cliffhanger. I think it could have just been a cool show that had a solid beginning, middle, and end. Voltron, I watched a couple episodes, wasn't for me. I think I watched like 4 or 5 episodes, and I just kind of got bored, if I'm being honest. So many of these are just like, I got bored. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, you guys, if I tell you this, like, your favorite show bored me. I guess I'm picky. I guess I'm picky. I can't be that picky. I've watched Code Geass like 6 or 7 times. But to be honest, Code Geass is just one of those shows that's real easy to put on in the background. I stopped caring about Code Geass after season 1, though. Once the characters stop going to school and the secret identity thing is no longer an issue, I just stopped caring. I think I'm just gonna finish like this last little bit and then we'll call it a night. I'm gonna have to finish this off stream. I will finish this tomorrow probably, but I want to go eat dinner. I want to make curry and I should have done it yesterday, but I didn't thaw the chicken in time, and I was like, whatever, I'll just do it later. But now I don't have dinner. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. I don't know. I can't make curry tonight because I still didn't thaw the chicken. Fuck! Damn it. I guess I'll just have to cook it tomorrow. My thing is, like, I most want to cook just in the middle of the day. But then if I do that, then my dinner won't be warm. I think my thing is I just don't like dinner. I like eating like a late lunch, like a big meal for a late lunch, but I don't like dinner. Like, I made myself, I bought some Tupperware that's specifically for, like, batch preparing meals, and I used those, and I made myself some spaghetti. I was eating on that for, like, a week. And I didn't eat them for dinner. I just ate them for lunch, and they were tasty, and then I was, like, still full at dinner, so I didn't especially feel the need to, like, eat dinner, either. I just eat, like, a snack around dinner time. I don't know. Is that a hot take, not liking dinner? He's like, I don't know. I feel like if I eat dinner, I'm just gonna get tired too early. And I usually like to stay up and do a little bit at night. I don't know, maybe that's silly. Maybe this is silly takes with Star Time, but... Oh, the motion capture might be freezing when I'm looking down, because I am kind of hunched a little bit. I'm hunched a little bit, so it might be losing track of me. I don't know. I'm not seeing when it's doing it, so... Give her some titty highlights. She deserves them. I don't usually do, like, hard highlights on skin like that because it can make them look plasticky. But... Dem titties, girl. Dem titties. Alright, this is where I'm gonna leave it for the night. Because I'm tired and I wanna go eat food. And stream is over. It's 8. Stream is over. Let's go. Alright, but yes, thank you guys for joining me for stream. We will have one more stream before Rose City Comic Con. That will be on Monday. And that's also going to be my only stream of next week because your girl has con prep to do. I'll probably be drawing, but if I'm not feeling it, I will probably just play a video game or something. I don't know what I'm going to do on Monday. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. But yes, I will see you guys on the next one. Fare thee well, friends. Thank you for joining me and have a good rest of your evening, my dear fellows. Fare thee well. Goodbye.